Good morning, I'm Eric Reeser. Round 2 of the Memorial rolls along at Muirfield Village. 4 golfers share the lead at 5 under. Ryan Gerard's even through 2 on the day. The other 3 won't tee off until the 1 o'clock hour. Nick Taylor's 1 off the lead at 4 under. He'll start his Friday at noon. Jordan Spieth's 1 under. He's paired with Jason Day, who's 2 over. Both golfers will go around 11:15. World number 1 Scotty Scheffler and PGA Championship winner Aaron Rai are both +1. They'll begin their second round at 10:25. Rory McIlroy and Justin Thomas headline the afternoon wave. They'll go around 1:35. McIlroy's 4 off the lead at 1 under par. On the ice last night in Carolina, the Hurricanes beat the Golden Knights 4-3 in overtime in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Canes are the first team since 1944 to win a game in the Cup Final after trailing by multiple goals in the final 10 minutes. The series is even at a game apiece. Las Vegas will host Game 3 Saturday. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Take a vacation from high interest rates with special rates on balance transfers at BMI Federal Credit Union.
Your morning just got more interesting. Distilled and barrel-picked for your listening pleasure. Bo Bishop, a local sports media legend. What William T. Sherman was to the Union Army, he is to Northern College football. A husband, a father, and middling youth sports coach. He's friends with Central Ohio sporting royalty.
I'm talking to Ohio State Athletic Director Ross Bjorken. Coach Day walking on with us right now. Good to see you, buddy. Good buddy, Austin Ward. My good buddy, Tim May, the Tim May Show. The great Doug Lavery joining us.
Hi, everybody. Dom Tiberi here.
Oh, Reese came in and he handed me papers.
Yeah,
and then
and
then he said, "You see that button? That's the only button you need to worry about. Don't touch. There's 8,000 buttons in front of me." Oh, I didn't know what he was talking about.
The one that says on.
We blew the budget on this imaging, and only 2 guys answered our ad on Craigslist. Ryan Baker and Eric Reeser. Act accordingly. You're now listening to Bishop and Friends.
Bishop and Friends is sponsored by Diamond Seller, your true jeweler for over 75 years.
All right, let's do it live. Day 2 from Jack's Place. The great Reese is here. I am here. Isaiah is here. We're loaded up. We're pretty loaded up here on day 2 at Jack's Place. Dave Shadlowski is going to join us at 10 o'clock. He is with Golf Digest. He writes the Memorial Magazine. It's an incredible hardcover book that they have if you're coming out here today in the gift shops that you can pick up that really chronicles really the history of the Memorial Tournament as we are on the 50th anniversary of its playing. Tim May going to drop by at 10:30 as is customary on a Friday. What we learned this week at 11, and of course, Doug Lesmerises coming up at 11:30. There is no Dom Tiberi in the show at the moment.
Do we have too much to do for Dom?
I don't know. I don't know when I'm supposed to tell him to come by.
I'll tell him I'll get him tomorrow in the 2 o'clock hour of the Saturday Spectacular. That's what we'll do. And then he's wondering, why is there Reds coverage on? Well,
I haven't even seen him.
No?
I have not seen him.
I told him where you were yesterday. He stopped by after the show, after we did our little digital bit that should be up on the fan socials here in the next couple of hours.
Yeah.
But he made it seem like he was coming to look for you wrangling your boys. So
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think
didn't.
Met up with
no
you.
sign of him.
Right,
he was nowhere to be seen. I know he's a very busy man.
Let's
but
just big time him then. Sorry.
Just sorry. I'm
Park's
sorry we don't
closed.
have any time.
Moose out front should have told you.
Moose out front should have told you. My kids haven't seen that yet. The original Vacation.
You need to show them that. You're showing them.
What do I got to worry about? I know, but do I got to worry about a Beverly D'Angelo scene in the first one?
Not in the. Not that I can remember. No.
Is that European?
I think. I think National Anthem.
Maybe that's
Vacation.
European.
Even Christmas Vacation are safe
well, that's
for
all.
children.
Those are all safe, but
Yeah.
I think European gets a little bit dicey.
I'll be honest. I don't think I've seen that all the way through.
Well, you're not missing a whole lot.
See, that's
they
what I've been
screwed
told.
up the Russ part, and I think both the kids they recast both the kids,
them,
and it was a disaster. Well, you weren't going to get Anthony Michael Hall at that point. He's ascending, so they probably couldn't afford him, so they pivoted, and boy did they miss. One of the things, so as we just were talking about here, my 2 oldest are out here, 14 and 12, NBC Beamsy. They're roaming the hills, and NBC said something to me last night at dinner that I thought was a really good articulation way to articulate what makes this pretty cool. And so we were talking. He goes, one thing that struck me, Dad. We've been to a lot of things. We've been to Buckeye games and NBA games and NFL games and all of this stuff through the years, and they've been fortunate enough to be able to see a lot of this stuff. And he said, so we've done all these things, but he goes, Dad, I was 10 feet from Rory McIlroy today. And he goes, he goes, I couldn't believe how close we could get.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that is so cool about this is that you can be 10 feet if there is somebody you idolize, if there is somebody that you love to watch play. if you are on your way out here and Scotty Scheffler goes at 10:25 and he had an eventful day yesterday,
What a week that guy's had.
Really has. So he goes off at 10:25. Like you can be 10 feet from him when he's hitting his drive on one. It's pretty easy to be able to do. You have to be strategic. They learned that too because they were gassed. They were gassed.
Did they take on the whole course?
They did. So they followed Spieth out. They were actually there when Spieth.
They see it?
They were there. Yeah, they were there when they actually texted me. They were there when Spieth hit that crazy putt, where his back was to the hole and it somehow came around.
They saw
and went
the putt.
in.
Did they see him on 16?
I think they followed him. I thought they followed him all the way around the front. Yes, they did, and then they caught up with Spieth on the back too.
I want to know if you could hear him yelling at his cat, and we'll get to what
Scotty
happened.
was yelling at the cat.
Scotty, that's right.
Spieth was the
My
one
bad.
that they. That's all right, but yeah, so he's the one who made it. So they did see that, and then when I got done here yesterday at noon, I went out with them, and we went out. Rory was on 10.
Okay.
So we followed him on 10. And then strategically, we watched tee shot at 11. Then we cut across to 14, and it was who was a couple of groups ahead of him. Justin Rose was in there. Ricky Fowler. We watched those guys
Ricky,
on 14.
for sure, yeah.
Yep. We waited. Then we waited for Rory to come down 14. Then we skipped him on 15, and then we went to 16, and then went 16, 17, 18, and finished. But it was just it struck me. I mean, I've been coming out here for a long time, and so it's things that I get used to. But if you are bringing a son, a daughter, and you're coming out here, it is going to be pretty magical for them, the realization that they are 10 feet from people that they consider heroes.
Yeah, growing up, Dad bring me out here 10 feet from Tiger.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
10 feet from there. That's Phil Mickelson, and you're walking by within arm's length. And I wasn't a big autograph guy, but kids my age were lined up for an hour, just waiting for them to come by and finish their round.
Yep.
And I remember Tiger being pretty gracious with it. Obviously, he's biggest athlete in the world, one of short list biggest athlete in the world at the time. Gracious enough with his time, but still like, I gotta get out of here, guys.
I remember so they've changed the way that they do autographs here. It used to be, for those of you who are familiar, it used to be you would kind of you go down that, kind of go underneath that ramp. What would you call that? Almost like a bridge. You kind of go underneath that bridge through the tunnel, and you walk out. You see 10T and you see 18, and you walk out really right in front of the 18, behind the 18 green. So that whole row used to all be autographs. That used to all be for autographs. And for the players, it made them kind of look bad if they didn't stay and sign.
They had to do a little bit, right?
Right. And I'll never forget, by the way, like Ricky Fowler signing until every kid was done. He would just get a stool. This was when he was, long hair, all orange, Puma, all of that. And he would sign. This was 15 years ago probably. He would sign for an hour after his round. And somebody came up to me, it was a patron, and they said, "Boy, it really stinks that Tiger won't sign." And I said, "You do realize that if he started signing,
can't take time.
The entire
like that.
golf course would be rushing to get the autograph.
Yeah.
There would be no end to the signing. He would have to sign 100,000 autographs. He would never leave if he signed one." And Phil was kind of in that case too. Now you can do the thing where you walk and sign as you walk, but at the same time,
quickly, but you can't leave the door open.
Then there's almost a loss. So what they've done is they've made that part much more friendly for the players, and that now they just walk off. They walk in, they do the interviews, and then there is a little autograph zone for kids, and I think it's cool. It's like 15 and under. There's a little autograph zone for them there. I'm not sure how much you get done. I've never been much of an autograph guy either.
Yeah.
My kids aren't to this point, so but we'll see. But yeah, there's an intimacy to it. This is a massive property. They saw the realization of just how the topography of the place, the up and down nature of it, the hills, all of it, they were completely gassed. But despite all of it, there is an intimacy that you get with these guys that you can't get in many other sports, honestly. The closeness.
Up until this point, if you're even a casual fan, you've watched them on TV.
Yeah.
And you've seen them on SportsCenter, and you've seen the highlights, and you've heard and read the stories, but here are your feet from them. And you're seeing them as sometimes just regular dudes, like with Scotty. Like his meltdown on 16 was very much for me like I've had that moment before. I've done that, just like us.
NBC was telling a story. I can't remember who the player was, but he was behind a tree yesterday on the front, and he was like, there was kind of a tree, and he ends up hitting on his swing. He whacks the tree with his club, and the player who I can't remember who the player was that this happened to, but the player, as he swung it, he goes, "Oh, I hit that fat," and now him hitting it fat was still out into the fairway. It wasn't on the green. It wasn't any of those things. And I was explaining to them that, like, our misses as for me, terrible golfers, and my kids will be a lot better than me, and NBC probably dang near is already. But our misses are shanks, they're tops, they're those type of things.
Jack Hanna's house.
That's right. Their misses are they're minimal misses. It's 5 feet short, but it's still straight. Or it's like Scotty, where he hit a 7-iron perfect, but they had the wind judged wrong, and that had it come up short. That happened to Rory on 16. Yesterday, same thing. And I don't know, it's funny, him and Justin Rose both played 16 the same, and I don't know if it was on purpose or not. It made me think that it was. They both played it short of the green and then legged it up and putted and then took par. And they're both their playing partners that they were playing with, Justin Thomas and I think it was Ricky, both of them attacked the pin, but neither of those guys did. They just kind of played it safe. So that's the other thing that's really cool. You get to see how these guys manipulate the golf course the best they can to their skill set. So, look, it's as much fun as you're ever going to have. We'll continue to paint the pictures out here at Jack's Place. It is the 50th anniversary of the Memorial Tournament. It is day 2. It is a leaderboard that's pretty good. There's some really cool tee times out there as well as the day goes along. If you're going to make your way out there, it feels like it's going to be great. It's going to get hot this afternoon. Wear your sunscreen, hydrate, all of that. But this morning is absolutely Chamber of Commerce stuff. We are off and running on a Friday at Jack's Place. Bishop and Friends, right here on The Fan.
We used to have a billboard with our host's face on it, but only ugly people work here now.
You mama say you ugly, hey!
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Buckeye Country Superfest 2026 is back for one day only in Columbus, Ohio. Saturday, June 13th at Ohio Stadium, featuring Tyler Childers. With special guests, the Red Clay Strays, Lord Huron, Sierra Farrell, Flatland Cavalry, and Caitlin Butts.
Your nose on the grindstone out of the pills.
Tickets on sale now at BuckeyeCountrySuperfest.com.
Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Not everybody's cut out for this kind of work. At Newman Roofing, we look for people who care about the details. The kind of people who show up early, work hard, and take real pride in what they build. Because to us, your home isn't just another job site or paycheck, it's your peace of mind. That's why our crews aren't just trained, they're invested in their craftsmanship, in their communication, in their customers. At Newman Roofing, we don't believe in cutting corners to save a buck. We believe in doing the work the right way, with quality materials, experienced professionals, and a level of care you can actually feel. It's the reason so many of our customers come back to us time and time again. And they recommend us to the people they love the most. Roofing, siding, gutters, whatever your home needs, trust the company built on family values and hard work. Newman Roofing. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Everyone wants to be number one, right? And if you can't be number one, at least in the top 10. Well, Ohio is consistently in the top 10, and no one is claiming bragging rights. Ohio ranks in the top 10 states for train car accidents each and every year. If you drive in Ohio, please always be careful at every railroad crossing and report unsafe crossings at angelsontrack.org, because bad crossings kill good drivers. Sponsored by Angels on Track, aired by OAB and this station.
Common Man and Timmy. Voted America's dumbest show by Marconi voters. Common Man is a Columbus radio legend. And by legend, I mean it's a miracle he hasn't been fired yet. And Timmy is, well, Timmy will complain about anything and everything. And he kind of looks like a woman. Giggity, giggity, giggity. So there's that. Common Man and Timmy.
Sponsored by Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on The Fan.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton. I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. feeding America. 200 food banks strong.
Does heel pain make you hobble just getting out of bed in the morning? If heel pain is affecting your ability to exercise and meet your walking or running goals, relief is as close as your local podiatrist. Podiatric physicians are highly trained doctors who specialize in medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle. Ohio Foot and Ankle podiatric physicians are available across the state and are devoted to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Tita Green with Skip Mossick.
Saturday, we're at Muirfield Village with this year's Memorial Tournament journalism inductee, Dave Shedlowski, plus the first ever winner of this event, Roger Maltby.
Tita Green with Skip Mossick, Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies to start with temperatures in the 60s, and then this afternoon mostly sunny and hot and breezy with highs in the upper 80s. For tonight, we turn partly cloudy overnight with our lows down into the upper 60s. Those breezy winds will persist. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Miss a little, miss a lot. Catch Bishop and Friends wherever you get your podcasts. It's free.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
The Fan. Good morning, friends. You're listening to a special edition of Bishop and Friends, live from the Memorial.
Presented by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
So it's funny, you heard the Tita Green promo and Skip will be out here on Saturday, and then it got me thinking, how long has Skip been doing Tita?
I don't remember a spring Saturday without it.
Well, no, the whole time I've been here, certainly not, and I'm guessing it predates that because he was on the first ever morning show with Dami here, so that's however long that was. I'm guessing Tita Green started shortly thereafter would be my guess. So that'll be fun. Day 2 of the Memorial Tournament is underway out at Jack's Place. We'll get into some of the specifics. Talk a little bit about yesterday's round coming up at 9:30. Dave Shedlowski is going to join us at 10 o'clock. He wrote kind of the history of this place. He writes the Memorial Magazine. He's a local guy. This one means everything to him. He's omnipresent here. He'll join us at 10 o'clock. Meantime, John Tortorella was this close to really starting to sniff his second Stanley Cup. Golden Knights up 2-0 after 2 periods last night in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final and gave it all back. That 2-goal lead evaporated in the third, and eventually Carolina won it 4-3 in overtime. Hard to say if there's any carryover, anything like that. Who knows? But if you're Vegas, and I kind of came around with you, I'm rooting for Torts.
Yeah,
I guess
I think most people are over it.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to try to be and root for Torts and hopefully he can get that second cup. So if you go up 2-0 in a Stanley Cup final though, that's just so
I
difficult.
dipped out once they're up 2-0. I think in the second intermission they went into the Golden Knights locker room and it was Tortorella just saying everything that you'd heard him say in Columbus.
Yeah, right.
And you remember just how good it sounds when you're winning and you've got professionals in the room that take in that message. When you're not winning and you don't have enough professionals in the room to really take in that message, it does not work.
Doesn't work. No.
So you kind of get the whole John Tortorella experience with that, but pulling for him, it feels right with this. I know that Carolina had a coach's challenge that overturned a Vegas Golden Knights goal, but for Las Vegas in this, I think it was Carolina, and the stat is since 1944, they're the first team to win a Stanley Cup final game after trailing multiple goals in the final 10 minutes of regulation. So you play, 47, 48, 50 minutes of great hockey.
Yep.
And it's all undone. But the beauty of it is you have a Game 3 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
In your barn.
Yeah, and they still got what they wanted, which was the split. That's anytime you're in that scenario, that's what you want is that split. We were curious about this, and it's funny, like for all of the talk of streaming and all of these ways to watch all these shows, we are in the year of our Lord 2026, and if you are on broadcast, more people watch. It just is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's college football, NFL, and in this instance, it's the NHL. And I don't know, it's been about 25 years ago when Gary Bettman made the decision to kind of branch out of ESPN, and they went the Versus, and they were on, I think they were on what was the, before it was Versus, it was the thing that Lance Armstrong was on.
Could have been the Outdoor Network.
Was it that? Outdoor Light? Might have been. It was one of those. But anyway, so they basically played the Stanley Cup. They played the NHL in a closet for all of these years. And now the last couple of years, they're back on ESPN. And wouldn't you know it, the Stanley Cup Finals on ABC, our buddy Greg Wyshynski tweeting this out. Game 1, most watched Stanley Cup opener since 2019. 4.8 million people was the average, almost 5 million. Look, those aren't peak college football numbers, but for a sport that is certainly, I think,
for a Las Vegas, Carolina.
It's not an original six. It's not necessarily a big market. Vegas, I think, is becoming a glamour. I mean, they are not becoming. They are the glamour franchise in the NHL at the moment. But that is a massive number. That's up 98% from last year's Game 1 on TNT. I can't even remember who was in it last year. As I read that, I was trying to think who's in it. But I think it had more to do with TNT versus ABC. Like, people still, you hear people, nobody watches TV. Actually, a great swath of this country still watches broadcast. They're looking for the broadcast, and they're looking for those. And I don't think it's a coincidence that all of a sudden you're getting 5 million people watching Game 1 of the Stanley Cup.
You had Panthers-Oilers last year.
So you have TNT and you had Canada. Mm-hmm. So that's hard. But, yeah, Vegas has become, without question, the glamour franchise in the National Hockey League. And 1-1 headed to a Game 3. We'll have Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight between the Spurs and the Knicks. And so that is very good. It's funny you mentioned that you, after 2 goals at 2-0, you bailed. I did too. So the boys were fading, and we were looking for something to kind of wind down. And so Beamsy goes, can we watch a movie? And I'm like, yeah, let's throw one on. So we popped into Netflix, and we got served Meet the Parents.
Okay.
So I will tell you this. That one holds up.
Yeah.
They were dying. They were absolutely dying, especially the first hour. Like, you forget the reveals that happen in that first hour in terms of his name and all of those things. Fish is sitting right here, and I certainly don't want to give him a heart attack, so I won't say Ben Stiller's character's name for fear that the FCC or
I
that
can't imagine there's anybody within the sound of our voice that hasn't seen
They all know it.
Parents.
They all know it, and so I
there's a new one coming out.
Are they doing Meet the? It's like the little guys.
Yeah,
the grandkids.
I know
probably.
Ariana Grande is it. I saw the trailer yesterday.
Oh, really? There's a trailer,
and I had not heard. I had not seen an announcement, and then the trailer pops up, and it's Ben Stiller. It's Robert De Niro, who still kind of looks the same. Like, he's aged wonderfully.
Now that you say that, I don't think he looks any different from Meet the Parents, which has got to be late 90s, early 2000s to now. He looks exactly the same. Yeah. It absolutely held up, though. They were dying on all of it. The opposable thumbs, the whole thing. I've got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? I mean, the whole thing. It just all crushed.
Okay, so 2026. So what it's called?
Oh.
Don't do it, Reese.
It's dicey.
Don't
right?
you do
so
it.
November 25th is when the new Meet the Parents film's coming out.
That looks pretty great. So. Is the wife in it too? Is Terry Polo back in it?
Throw up the trailer here, but there he is giving a polygraph to Ariana Grande.
Oh, that's solid. Very good. There was one other.
Thank you, Isaiah, for that, because I was close.
You were close. There's one other piece of pop culture that that makes you freak out with radio. So that, and then there was a television comedy about a wealthy family that bought a town and then had to live in a roadside motel.
Yeah.
Creek.
Yes.
That one. Fish remembers this very well because we would talk about this and he would go, will you please stop
doing that,
you bozos. But that was the other one, and that one is straight.
All right, Robert De Niro's jacked in this trailer.
Yeah, he really is. He's got to be 90. Is he 85? Robert De Niro?
It's got to be.
He's got to be.
Yeah, 82.
82. Okay. There you go. But yeah, Meet the Parents held up very, very nicely. So we watched a little bit of that. And we'll talk about this. We talked about this yesterday with Paul. I actually thought the conversation we had yesterday with Paul there was a lot of good stuff in there in terms of kind of where we are with all of this and the hopelessness of it and just how backwards all of this is. The fact that the Big Ten and the SEC are kind of in this thing together a little bit. So yesterday,
one thing they can agree on.
I guess the one thing they can agree on is Congress can't save them. It's basically the one thing that they
Which
can agree
is what
on.
I feel like we've been saying as long as we've touched microphones.
Yeah.
The government's not coming to help you college
Yeah,
sports.
I use this analogy all the time to describe it, and I used it with Paul yesterday, and to me it's the clearest way to kind of think of it, and I wish that they would use it. If you are married, have a girlfriend, whatever, and let's say that you have a honey-do list that is 20 items long, okay? If she walks up on a Saturday and goes, "Here you go,"
because you get a little anxious reading the whole thing. Like,
and
how am I going to do all of this?
My God, I got to do. You want all this done today? We got to do all this today. We got a power wash. We're bringing out this. All right, I'm going to do these 5. I'm going to get these 5 done, and then you feel like you've accomplished something. And I think that's what they ought to do with this. Do a couple of things that you know you can get done. Stay away from limiting the money. That's never going to work. Stay away from trying to put restrictions on how long they can be at a school. Stay away from, here's the real easy one. Stay away from anything that sounds like employment, unless you want to employ them. Then you can do whatever the heck you want. But stay away from anything that looks like employment. If you stay away from that, then you can get something done that will make this sport easier and more enjoyable for the people who participate in it. What I'm talking about is a calendar. I'm talking about windows that make sense. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the playoff that doesn't have a 2.5-week break in it. There are all these things that you can do that are easy, manageable, top 5 things on a honey-do list without getting lost in the next 15. Do the things you can do. You can get these things done. The idea that anybody, the federal government least of all, any of that, is going to swoop in and fix all of it in one bill, no chance.
Yeah, the thing with the calendar is that you can then build off of that.
It's a success.
Once the calendar gets worked on, then you can talk about the times and the windows for games like the college football playoff. I know the executive order's been signed for Army and Navy, and you can have discussions about that. And with Ted Cruz, this bipartisan bill, Greg Sankey, Tony Petitti spoke with Ted Cruz yesterday, who's one of the co-sponsors of the Protect College Sports bill. And they said, we presented concrete solutions to key unresolved challenges. We reiterated that we do not support this bill in its current form, but look forward to continue constructive dialogue with Senator Cruz and his team. So at least they're saying and continuing. Like you're continuing to have discussions is as good as what we can ask for right now.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, it is.
You're painting a turd gold.
You are, but I also think you have, and there are easy things you can fix.
They say they got concrete solutions, so I don't think that's the real truth, but...
Yeah, I don't either. But I think there are things that they can do quickly, and I would tackle the calendar. You talk to Ryan. We talked to him many times about this. The one thing that he keeps coming back to at the top is the calendar. Like, let's get one that makes sense. I can't be trying to win a national championship at Ohio State while recruiting my class and trying to re-sign and retain my players all at the same time. That's what they're being tasked to do right now. Fix that, okay? Do that. Then the next thing, okay, our calendar makes no sense in terms of the playoff. Why are we spreading this thing out over 2 months? Are you aware, I saw this yesterday, that the halfway point of the 2026 season in regard to when the championship game is played in late January is November 14th?
I remember you talking about playing the EA Sports college football game and getting through Penn State in November and saying, well, we've still got halfway to go.
You're halfway home.
And I know the new one comes out at July 6th or something, and every college football fan is going to experience that similarly for the 4th or 5th year in a row.
Yeah.
Where you and understand why when Ryan Day talks about a regular season, and it is frustrating at times, and it certainly was this year where you sat on the football, was because you were thinking for the end of January.
You're playing the long game.
And you will have to do that again this year, at least until they fix the calendar.
No, it absolutely. So, like, think of it this year. The Oregon game, I think, is November 7th. You'll play the Oregon game here, and that's halfway. That's just ridiculous. Like, so let's fix that. Nothing need fixed out here. We are at day 2 at Jack's Place. The Memorial Tournament round 2 is underway. Get you some featured leaders. Also, Scotty Scheffler had what I would describe as a very interesting day yesterday, and specifically a very interesting 16th. We will get into that in 2 minutes. Bishop and Friends, right here on The Fan.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Retirement Group. We can help ensure you'll have a reliable income stream in retirement, locking in gains and avoiding downturns in the market. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
There's an old story about cat toys that's been retold for over 20 years because it perfectly explains who we are. This is Dennis Sullivan, president of Care Heating and Cooling. Years ago, a couple who shared their house with 3 cats had another company out to look at their furnace. After working on it, the technician said it was dangerous and had to be replaced. The couple called Care for a second opinion, and my dad Mike went out to help them. When he inspected the furnace, the cause of the problem became obvious. A cat toy had been stuffed into the heat exchanger. With the toy removed, the furnace ran perfectly. Now, how did the toy get there? You can decide for yourself, but here's what mattered then and still matters now. The first company paid commissions to their service techs to sell new furnaces. At Care, we pay our technicians to fix furnaces, not sell you a new one. And if a new furnace is needed, our team of replacement specialists will advise you on all options available and help you make your best choice. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. GLakesHyundai.com.
If you don't have Friday, June 12th circled on your calendar, get out a marker, circle that 12. Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be. Scotty Vegas here, and we're going to be cheering on Team USA in the sportsbook with a big watch party at 9 o'clock. Contest, prizes, plus the all-new Hollywood Casino Columbus Hotel grand opening is June 12th. Bret Michaels Live, fireworks, swag, food trucks, and our watch party. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-589-9966.
Good morning, I'm Jacob Reimer. Second round playing of the Memorial Tournament is underway at Muirfield Village. Ryan Gerard shared the overnight lead on Thursday and has already pulled away from the pack. He's 2 under through his first 5 holes and now 2 shots clear at 7 under. Tommy Fleetwood, Wyndham Clark, and J.J. Spaun are still at 5 under. Fleetwood tees off today at 1:25 this afternoon. Clark and Spaun go off together at 1:05. 12 golfers are within 4 shots of the lead, once again held by Ryan Gerard at 6 under. 2-time defending champion Scotty Scheffler carded a 1 over 73 on Thursday. It's only his 3rd over par opening round on tour this season. He starts his 2nd round this morning at 10:25. This Memorial Tournament leaderboard update is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Tee off towards a more personal banking experience at BMI Federal Credit Union. Your CBUS Top Picks Best Credit Union for 8 years in a row. Visit BMIFCU.org. We'll have another report in an hour here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Bishop and Friends is sponsored by Diamond Seller, your true jeweler for almost 80 years. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
What's up? What's up, man? What's up with you?
Sponsored by Apex Pros. The pros who knows.
All right, here's what's up on day 2 of the Memorial Tournament, the 50th annual Memorial Tournament. Beautiful day, spectacular day. Some of those tee times to pay attention to this morning. Some really good ones going out. If you're on your way out here, you're about ready to walk in the gates, you're getting parked, all of those things. 10-10, Ludwig Oberg, Xander Schauffele. That'll be your 10-10, and that'll be backed up by Scotty Scheffler and Aaron Rai. That happens at 10:25. So, and again, they're always so great with this in terms of giving you a couple of great pairings back-to-back. Yesterday, the boys and I watched Rory and Justin Thomas, and then right ahead of them was Justin Rose and Ricky Fowler. And so you kind of got to, if you were going to park, you could kind of watch 2 really cool pairings that you know back-to-back. Well, they did it again today. So this time it's just inverted. So you get Ludwig and Xander at 10:10, Scotty and Aaron Rai at 10:25, 12:20. 1:35 then is that Rory McIlroy Justin Thomas group. So there in the afternoon, they just swapped the Scotty time from yesterday. Scotty and Rory, obviously, kind of the 2 big linchpins of this whole thing and the 2 biggest stars on the tour. Rory, of course, won the Masters. Scotty is coming off of a 24 that it felt like he won every time. He's won here the last 2 years, going for 3 in a row. First since Tiger to be able to do that if he can pull it off. This year has not been, his standard was so high, but this year has not been the type of year that I think Scotty probably expected of himself. He's been in the mix and all of it, but hasn't won the way that he's been used to in 2024 and 2025. And he's trying to make a little bit of history out here. And when the only person who has accomplished what you are attempting to accomplish is Tiger Woods, you know that it is a heavy pursuit that you're trying to do. Scotty's round was going pretty well yesterday, kind of cruising around, and then they had a meltdown on 16. This was captured by the microphones that are out there on the course, and he really went at his caddy for the wind and all of those things, and it's gone viral, and you can find it if you want to. Post-round, he was asked about what happened on 16. Here's what Scotty had to say.
Got a good break there. That was fun. That was good. Yeah. Good breaks are more fun than that one. See, that's the I think the thing that can be so frustrating about golf is I striped one on the hole before that and I end up in the water, and then that one I kind of hit thin and you get a good bounce and I end up on the fringe and then you chip in. Yeah. Look, I mean, it's always a touch then out of the bunker, but I was trying to hit a little higher so I could hold the green, and then that one lands in the rough just over the bunker, which is also dead, that bunker, and ended up chipping one in. So you're just like, all right. Yeah, what a game. Like, I felt like I didn't get anything other round. All of a sudden, you just get a lucky bounce, and then you chip one in. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to try to smile. It's still hard.
So he's talking about his birdie there on 17 after plunking it in the water on 16. It was a great job out of the broadcast team because the announcers, as he plunks it into the water, I mean, he's like all of us at the local community after you either hitting it at wherever, trees, roof, parking lot, you kind of surrender Cobra, like, what the hell is happening? And there's the audio, and I'll post it to 971BFS in case you haven't seen it. But as everybody else is kind of making their way down the fairway, the announcers are just silent.
Yep.
And they're allowing kind of Scotty's meltdown to percolate. And I do wonder if any of the gallery could overhear it.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on here, but everybody, it felt like one of those, you could hear a pin drop.
Well, there's no question you could hear it if you were on the tee.
Of course.
If you were down on the pit, down at the green, probably not.
Probably not.
If you were on the tee, you definitely could. And basically what it came down to is, and when you're coming out here today, and if you follow some guys around, it doesn't matter if it's Scotty or Rory or Spieth, or even if it's not one of those guys, just pick a group and just follow them for a hole or two. Mm-hmm. I want you to pay attention to how long they consider what to do with a shot. So we're on 14 yesterday, and Rory and Justin Thomas hit their drives to the exact same spot. Justin was in the first cut. Rory was in the fairway, but lengthwise they were the exact same distance out. And the amount, I would say it was probably 2 to 3 minutes from the time they got to the ball before they shot it. And it's not like you and me when you're taking some time in between where you're fumbling around looking for a rangefinder and is my glove on right? Is this ball one that I want to put into harm's way if I have to hit it into a water? Do I want to lose this Pro V1? It's not anything like that. It is they are standing there with a yardage book and they're contemplating with their caddy how they should attack the hole. And it takes a couple of minutes. And then they'll go through the same process every time. And yesterday, Justin Thomas was all set up to hit, and he's like, just didn't get it. Took a step back, and what he was worried about was the gust.
Yeah.
Because that's how precise they are. They can hit it to the exact yardage. They know exactly what goes 137. They know exactly what that is. They know exactly the type of pressure, the swing, all of it that they have to hit to be able to do that. So they know exactly what that is. So when there is something that is off-putting about that, whether that's a gust of wind or the click of a camera in the old days or some rustling about behind you, you step off and then you start that process again. I am not recommending this for all of you listening. You guys should play fast. You guys play bad fast.
Yes.
Go as fast as you go.
That's
go
the
fast,
best
enjoy
piece
your
of advice you could give anybody.
Play bad fast. Mm-hmm. Like that's one other thing. It's somebody who stinks. Like when you play with people who are good, they don't really care that you stink. They just want you to keep
move
pace.
It along.
Just move it along. And so that's the thing that you notice when you're out here. And so on 16, when Scotty had that meltdown, and he even said it there in the bite that we played, he said, I flushed a 7-iron. Well, he did. And what he was upset with the caddy about was that the wind, they misread the wind. Yeah. And so it came up short. And if you come up short and left on 16, that'll trickle into the water, and the rest is history. So that's how precise these guys are playing this game. It's a different game than anybody could ever possibly understand unless you came out here and watched it.
And it's funny to see because if you're Aaron Rye and you're kind of just watching.
Yeah.
The whole scene of it, and again, it's at 971 BFS, is incredible for everybody because we've all been there in that spot before where you're looking down because you don't really want to see what you just did. So you kinda look everywhere else, but also what Scheffler's trying to do and replicate what Tiger Woods did.
Yeah,
the pressure there is so much more because everybody's watching everything that you're doing.
I said that to the boys.
You can't put that into words.
No, you can't. And I said that to the boys at dinner. You get to 18 yesterday, and I felt like Rory and Justin were at the same places over and over.
Yeah.
So on 18, they both were behind the hole. Above the hole is what they would say. So above the hole, the pin placement was back left. Not too dissimilar from their traditional Sunday pin, but it was back left. So there's anybody who's been out here knows that 18 has a shelved green. There's a top shelf and a bottom shelf, and if you can absolutely putt it off that thing if you put too much on it. It'll go all the way down the hill back to the fairway. So one of the things that they were doing is I was sitting there with the boys. They're like, oh, he'll make this for par. And I said, buddy, I'm like, fellas, that is fast. You have no idea how fast it is. Yes, it's 6 feet, and normally they make those,
right.
But watch how softly and gently he'll hit this putt. And both him and Justin had the exact same putt. In fact, Justin had to mark with his putter away because his mark was actually in Scotty's line, or in Rory's. They had the exact same putt. So Rory goes up there first. Reese, the most gentle nudge, and the ball just goes 5 feet past. Now, if you're Justin Thomas, now you're sitting there and you're going, okay, well, I just watched this. I know what this is. His line was just a little off, and his tempo was okay, but you got to make it or it goes 6 feet past. And Justin did the exact same thing. He rolled it right past. And you think about what that being above the hole versus below, because if it's below, they run right at it. That's a one-shot difference. And that's the difference between Rory coming into today's round 3 shots off the lead, and now 4.
It's such a tone setter.
It is.
When you're dealing with a Thursday or a Friday. And that's another cool thing about 18's so gorgeous, the approach up to the clubhouse, and then what you just said right there, where that's going to not only kind of define for a lot of these guys the end of their one round, but then you're thinking about that the entire afternoon into the evening, and then the next morning.
Yeah. And they have to have short memory.
Yep. You got to
on to the next. You got to go hit another shot. That one's got to be good, and you got to make it up. And that's the thing that the great ones are able to do. And it's funny. I was actually watching an example of a great one do this last night as the boys were all curious about all these great shots around here. We'll get into that and continue from Jack's Place. Round 2 of the Memorial underway out at Muirfield Village. Bishop and Friends right here on The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Forever starts with the perfect diamond. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from The Diamond Cellar, and for over 78 years, our family has helped generations of couples celebrate love with brilliance, quality, and unbeatable prices. At Diamond Cellar, bigger diamonds and better prices are our promise to you. Whether you're popping the question or upgrading your sparkle, trust the experts. Because diamonds, they're our forte. Visit us at Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or at Easton Town Center and learn more at diamondcellar.com.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Oak Cliff Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
At Bank of America, we support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge. What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Well, Lorenzo, the pitch looked good.
Yeah, so green.
USA keeper was decent enough.
Didn't have much to do.
99 minutes.
Not a single goal. Well, Bet365 sure came through, though. I bet $10 and get $365 in bonus bets just for signing up.
At least someone scored.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Common Man here. Join me June 20th for the Common Man Mile at this year's Fan 5K in Westerville. Get signed up at 971therace.com.
The 97.1 The Fan 5K is presented by Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, and the Common Man Mile is sponsored by Rose Pest Solutions. Rose Pest Solutions has been protecting Columbus homes and businesses for over 165 years. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Day 1, the hardest day. The day you hear,
"This is a type of blood cancer."
At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1. To learn more and get help on any day, visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
Get ECO.
Hey, Aaron, I'm enjoying this. I think we're going to win. I like it when we get together with our customers like this. What do you mean? Well, we're enjoying the game. They're enjoying the game. We're all enjoying the game together. I invented a song about it. Let's hear it. Like a sports team, we train really hard like a sports team. We're always on guard, we save you money. We're really funny. Team up with ECO, you'll think, oh, hooray! Like a sports team, we are on your side like a sports team. We don't run and hide, we save you money. We're really funny. Team up with ECO, you'll think, oh, hooray! That was really good. When you get ECO, you're getting the winning team.
Get ECO.
ECO. All-star plumbers, all-star electricians, and every possible star HVAC technicians. Call us when you need us, everyone. Go to geteco.com.
Common Man has hosted shows with radio royalty, Spielman, Tor, T-Bone, just to name a few. So listen to his new show with Timmy Hall. If man can pull this one off, he's a miracle worker. Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays at 3.
The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Bo Bishop is here in real life? Must be Memorial Week. Broadcasting live from the Memorial Tournament. It's Bishop and Friends.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
And when you've been around as long as I have, you learn a few things. You know what you know, and you know what you don't. And one thing I don't know is how to take care of pests like ants and termites. So what I do in those instances, I turn to my friends at Rose Pest Solutions. Over 165 years of experience, they have mastered their craft. The nation's oldest family-owned pest control company. The pros from Rose protect Columbus homes and businesses. Expert pest prevention and treatment. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com. Here is, this is going to be just a public service announcement. Pack your sunscreen, hydrate. Yep. It's going to get hot. It's going to get really hot. It got hot yesterday afternoon. This one is going to be up even a little bit. You can feel it already. The sun's packing a punch this morning.
Yeah, we had clouds on the way in, and I remember talking with and the wonderful volunteers. I mean, this doesn't – we were talking yesterday about how this doesn't happen without our team here at the Fan, but this Memorial Tournament, really, the volunteers – make this place special. And talking with one of the drivers coming in from the parking lots, it's like once the clouds start to disappear, you're really going to be in it.
Yeah.
And luckily for some of the morning guys, they're able to get a lot of it done. But 1:35, you got the headliners in the afternoon.
Yeah,
we're going to have a real go of things.
Your real feel is going to be high 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's low to mid 80s. If that breeze, a little breeze right now, if that continues, you give yourself a chance, certainly. But yeah, it's gonna be a hot one. It's funny. I had mentioned. You mentioned like how you have to have a short memory and all of those things, and the boys were asking me about Tiger and what was it like when he was out here, and I said, well, it was different tournament, and I used the Daenerys Targaryen. He wasn't a spoke on the wheel; he was the whole wheel. Is what Tiger was. But I said, well, just watch this. So I pulled up number 14 in 2004. So he is he's in the mix. Going to win it again, and he hits his tee shot left, and he loses it in the water. So now he's in the water 1, out 2, hitting 3. His third shot, he bombs past, and anybody was here has told the story or seen it a million times. He blasts it past. So now he's chipping from beyond the patrons, and knowing 14, you know that if you don't hit a house, almost quite literally, that's going into the water because they shave the other side of it, and then you're done. And, in fact, on the broadcast, Nance is on it. I want to say Lanny Watkins was on the broadcast with him as well, and they said, look, he's looking at double is what he's at. So now he's hitting his 4th. And you've seen it 100 times, but what was cool about this, and it's on YouTube, it's easy to find, it's like a 3.5-minute clip, he hits a flop shot that he opens the face wide open. He hits it 40 feet in the air. It lands, and it trickles in, and he makes it. And he gives kind of this wry smile of like, yeah, I just got away with it. And I said, that's what he did that stuff. It felt like he did that stuff all the time. And then he did it on 16 in 2012 when he won again. And it was just like those type of magical things coming from the best player. It's hard to put that all into perspective. And we've been witness to so much of it out here.
Yeah, it's, again, what Scotty's chasing.
Yeah, he's chasing it.
So you think about shots like that where it's hard, but they make it look so easy, and that's the humbling thing about this game. But it's also the wonderful thing as a casual is you get to just experience it at a completely different level, but with them 5 feet in front of you.
Yeah,
and that's also the magic of this place and the magic out here. Ryan Gerard's having a morning. So
where's he doing?
26-year-old is 8 under for the weekend. He's 3 under on the day through 6. So that's 5 better than J.J. Spawn, Wyndham Clark, Tommy Fleetwood. Those 3 are going to go in the 1 o'clock hour. So
he's got it to 8. So he's 3 better than them.
So that's
they're
what
all at 5. So that's
looking at the afternoon, which is why I was saying, once the sun starts getting really right down on you with little to no wind when you're out there, you're looking at Gerard going to be posting an 8 or a 9 in the clubhouse, thinking, well, if I'm Wyndham Clark, okay. That's what my afternoon's going to look like.
We went and got breakfast at Rebel, and there were over in Bridge Park, and there were all these people that were there, and they were all talking about coming out here, and there was a group of guys who were walking behind us, and they said, what do you think the leader will be at today? And one guy said 10, and initially I thought, yeah, that's probably somewhere in that neck of the woods. But the one thing, and I heard this in listening to Scotty's presser from yesterday, talking about how it was Rory, talking about how difficult the golf course was, but that also it's only going to get more difficult unless they get rain on Saturday afternoon, because this thing is only going to firm up. So those greens, which are diabolical already, are going to be like putting on glass. And where those pins are located and all of those things are just going to make this more and more difficult. Now, obviously, your drive's going to roll out forever. Fairways are wide. This is a second-shot golf course. But the putting is going to determine a winner this weekend. It's going to be who can make putts, who can put themselves in position to succeed. And I do think that's probably the number. I think it's going to be around 10. Somewhere between 8 and 10 is probably the number of what your leader is going to be by the time you get out of here and head to the weekend tomorrow. But, boy, you're putting a number out now.
You got 3 birdies on the day. Yeah, he's through 6.
Can he continue? You got to keep it.
Because it can change in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you got to keep it. The Life 360, the 2 oldest are out there somewhere, and I think I tracked them. Yeah, they're ambitious. What'd you say, Reese? They're young? They're all the way out on 7.
Okay.
So they're a little bit of a haul.
Are they going to try to conquer the whole thing again today, or
I don't know if they followed a player today or if they
get
what exactly their
sore?
plan was. Yes, they do.
Okay.
They did. Yeah, they did. Little even youngsters with young legs do get sore when you're walking around Jack's place. So this place is so special. Day 2 of the Memorial Tournament. Dave Shedlowski, great friend of the program, great friend of the station. He is the true historian of this place and wrote an incredible hardback and the 50th anniversary of it and all of it. He's going to join us coming up at 10 o'clock with some perspective on one thing I really am curious about, how this place has always remained as special then as it is now. It is truly a work of art that they're able to pull this off every year. He'll offer some perspective coming up at the top of the hour. Bishop and Friends, right here on The Fan.
1, 2, 3. Here in The Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. The Fan.
Whether you're repping the orange and brown or shouting Hoo Day, the ultimate football pilgrimage is closer than you think. Ditch the living room, get the family on the road, and make the short drive to greatness and visit the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. From the backyard to the gridiron, it's the one place where every fan comes together to create new family memories. Make it a weekend to remember and see why Ohio truly is the heart of football. Visit profootballhof.com and plan your visit today.
Hey Central Ohio, Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and we buy houses for cash. If you've got a house you need to sell, this is your season. Inherited, behind on payments, just over it? Whatever brought you here, we can help. We buy as is, we cover all closing costs, and there are 0 commissions, period. Just a fair cash offer and you choose your closing date. People are making moves right now, and we make it simple to be one of them. One call is all it takes. We'll get you a fair cash offer, fast, no pressure, no obligation. Hundreds of your neighbors have already sold the easy way, and we've got 5-star reviews and BBB A+ rating to back it up. Take what you want, leave what you don't. We're based right here in Columbus, and we're ready when you are. Call us at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355 or visit selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, family owned. Call 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355.
Got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
That's the sound of Ellie De La Cruz stealing third. That's the sound of you stealing third. Right now at UDF, buy any 2 bottled beverages and get the third one free with Ellie Steals Third. Now at United Dairy Farmers. Some restrictions may apply.
Looking to launch a career in the skilled trades but don't know where to begin? Part-time service in the Ohio Army National Guard can help. You can kickstart your career by enlisting in one of our many trades-based jobs. Get paid to learn these skills and gain on-the-job training when you report to your unit 1 weekend a month or 2 weeks in the summer. To learn how the Guard can pay for your civilian trade certification, visit nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
That was the moment when I realized I got to do something. I was scheduled to go in for knee surgery, and for the pre-op, they do the blood work. It was determined that I was now type 2 diabetic and I was severely overweight. Years ago, I could cut back and lose weight, and I was finding it difficult to do that. 2 days into the Awaken 180 program, my daily glucose level went from 170 down to 61. 1 week into the program, I lost 10.5 pounds. That was the eye-opener that I knew this was the right thing for me. They teach you the lifestyle change and how to be smart. I just can't say enough good things about Awaken 180 and the positive effects it has on you. It has completely changed my life.
Thanks, Phil. Austin Ward here, and Phil wanted to share his Awaken 180 story for the same reasons I have for so many years now, to let others know there is a medication-free solution for weight loss. Find your results at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. Hey, it's Austin Ward. Listen to The Beat with Austin and Byrne, now powered by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Get the latest Buckeye news, insights, and unbeatable analysis every day. Don't miss a moment. Stream The Beat with Austin and Byrne, sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Common Man and Timmy. Voted America's dumbest show by Marconi voters. Common Man is a Columbus radio legend. And by legend, I mean it's a miracle he hasn't been fired yet. And Timmy is, well, Timmy will complain about anything and everything. And he kind of looks like a woman. Giggity, giggity, giggity. So there's that. Common Man and Timmy.
Sponsored by Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on The Fan.
Hi, I'm Kathy McPhee. Animals have always had my heart, and that is why I'm a proud supporter of American Humane Society. Over the years, I have filled my home with rescue pets. I adopted my sweet Wilma as a senior dog. Some of my most cherished memories are with her. American Humane Society has been protecting animals for 150 years. Your support can save lives. Join us in helping animals in need at AmericanHumane.org.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning. I'm Eric Reeser. Ryan Gerard's on a roll as the second round is underway at the 50th Memorial Tournament. The 26-year-old is 8 under after a 5 under Thursday. Gerard -3 on the day through 5. 3 golfers are 2 back at 5 under. I should say 3 back now, but won't tee off until 1 o'clock, the 1 o'clock hour. Scotty Scheffler's going for the rare three-peat. The world's number 1 is 1 over. He'll go in 25 minutes with PGA Championship winner Aaron Rise, also at +1 on the tournament. 3 overs, the projected cut line for the weekend. In baseball Friday, the Reds begin a weekend series in St. Louis. First pitch against the Cardinals is 8:15. Same time in Texas, the Guardians begin a series with the Rangers. Cleveland took 2 of 3 from the Yankees this week. On the ice last night in Carolina, the Hurricanes beat the Golden Knights 4-3 in overtime in Game 2 of the NHL Stanley Cup Final. Series is tied at a game apiece. Las Vegas will host Game 3 on Saturday. The Fans live from Muirfield Village all weekend long. Isaiah's going to have another Memorial Tournament leaderboard update in 30 minutes right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing better than a Muirfield milkshake is when Bo uses it to hold his bourbon. You're listening to Bishop and Friends live from the Memorial.
Presented by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Second hour of the program, day 2 of the Memorial Tournament. It is always special when we get to talk to our good buddy Dave Shedlowski, Golf Digest, editor of the Memorial Magazine. Typically, it's at Augusta or he's at Oakmont. It's special when you're here in front of us, my friend. And
Thank you.
Your 50th, this is the 50th anniversary, obviously the 51st playing. You have this incredible hardcover book that is in all of the gift shops that you can pick up that is a spectacular tribute to this. You write the Memorial Magazine. By the way, congratulations being honored, which is incredible as well. And no one better to be honored on the 50th than you, my friend. So you've been to, this is your 40th anniversary. How has this place remained special then and now? 4 decades for you, 5 for Jack.
Yeah, special for, well, I mean, we were just talking about some of the reasons it's special. You see a lot of the same people. The volunteers are tremendous, and a lot of them are the same. And of course, you know, you have that foundation of Jack and Barbara Nicholas, Muirfield Village Golf Club, one of the great venues in the world, truly. You know, one of the great golf courses. And it's hard to believe, but sometimes it doesn't even get all the respect it deserves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's got a great list of champions on top of that because the golf course brings out the best in so many great players. So it's hard not to enjoy it, especially when it's a home game, right?
Yeah, man. And you mentioned Jack and Barbara. I don't know if the average fan who walks out here would know just how many of Jack's fingerprints are on every single thing that is done out here, even still.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a guy who started buying land for this place 60 years ago when he was 26 years old. I mean, what were you doing at 26?
Not that I can say on the radio.
No, me either, actually. Eric's probably the same. Yeah, he had a vision. He carried it through. He has a sense of excellence and standards that, have that he and Barbara both.
Yep.
Let's not forget what Barbara has brought to this as well. Standards that have infused an excellence into this place, doing everything just so, making sure the players are taken care of, making sure the golf course is in impeccable shape. And look, right now, in addition to that, great team with Dan Sullivan and HNS Sports that runs this tournament. They think of so many things to make it new and better every year. And then we talked about the volunteers already, 4,000 of them. You can't get this done without, them carrying out the mission that Jack and Barbara set forth.
Yeah. Dave Shadlowski is our guest, Golf Digest, the Memorial Magazine. Dave, UA kid, came here growing up, now covering it with the media. You said this is your 40th Memorial Tournament. It's 20 for Bo. Roger Maltby, the first winner of the Memorial Tournament. I know you were here with him this week, and I think he's calling it for CBS this weekend. Just what's it been like being with him as he kind of revisits the place that he won back in 1976, and just to kind of think about everything that's changed, but certain and so many elements that have stayed the same over those 50 years?
Well, I've known Roger for 35 years now, because going back to my early days in golf writing, I was writing television columns for Golf Week. And that's when I first met Roger, who is just one of the great characters in the game, perfect for what became his second career in television. And, yeah, he's here this week. You'll see him mostly on Golf Channel. Okay. And he might sneak, I don't know, maybe he'll sneak in an appearance on CBS as well. I don't know how that actually might work this week, but anyway.
That's a good question.
Sometimes people appear on different networks now. It's hard to keep track, right? For Roger to be back here after, I think it was the last time he was here, it was the 2013 President's Cup. Wow. 50 years ago he won here. Boy, he looks a lot different, and yet the golf tournament in so many ways inside the ropes is the same. It was hard to score then. I know Ryan Gerard's scoring well now, but that probably could change. This place has a way of, really challenging these guys, and that's another mainstay of this event, is bringing out, making it challenging.
You hit on a couple of things that I think are so critical to we've talked a lot about the way that this tournament treats the pros, and really a major field, sometimes even an elevated major field in terms of the way they take care of the players, the practice facility, all of it. But it's also really cool that the list of winners, the people who have won here, Scotty going for 3 in a row, all the wins that Tiger's had here. Rory's never won here, and I'm sure he'd love to. But Jack has found a way. You think about what he intended for this to be 60 years ago when you said he's buying the land for it. He has found a way to tinker with this place enough, and also expertly enough, that it maintains what it was designed to be all those years ago, while remaining an incredible challenge as the game has changed exponentially.
Yeah. Scotty Scheffler, of course, 2-time defending winner. 8 under winner 2 years ago, I think 10 under last year. Man, that's making it tough. And we were talking to Adam Scott yesterday, who says this place has felt like a U.S. Open the last few years. It's been that difficult. Jordan Spieth saying, he tries to play this like a major because it feels like a major. Jack, from the very start, Jack wanted 2 things out of this golf course. He wanted to test the guys, and he wanted the spectators to be able to enjoy it, which is why we have these elevated areas around the golf course where everybody can watch. It's the first stadium course. But you're right. Now, look, part of the challenge that he's made now is he's had to go from 7,072 yards, which was the yardage for 1976, is now in the 7,500 range.
Yeah.
So, he had the vision to know how to challenge guys then, and he's figured out a way to do it now, even as they continue to some of the clubs they hit into these greens. It's still amazing.
So funny you say that. I've played this 20 times or so in my life, and I think about when I played it.
Hey, wait a minute, that's more than me. How did you get that? Bo, I
know the right people. I know some of the right people.
And Bo, we got to hang out more.
Well, I always say, Dave, my attitude when I have gotten to play it has been because I don't ever play well, because I'm not any good, and the place beats me up. And then, Dave, the point I was going to make is you mentioned about the 500 yards. I don't even know where he finds places to put these new boxes sometimes.
No idea.
All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, my God, he got one back there now. Like, I think about, like, where the original tee shot was when I first started coming here 20 years ago in 18, and now where it is.
Right.
And there's that's repeated, so he just finds way to carve. And that also speaks to the incredible people around here that put his vision into play.
As we were talking about, yeah. And Chad Mark, we should mention him.
Yep.
And Nicholas LaRocca, the people who, are here year-round, take care of the club, take care of the golf course. Yeah, look, I remember when we had the President's Cup here and Jack had put in the new tee at 18, he said, come on, I want to show you where the new tee is. I'm like, okay. And literally it was like backing up into the 15th, the rough at 15. And he's like, I could put a senior tee here for 15 if I wanted to. And I mean, the guy has so much, he just has just innate golf brilliance, that's Jack Nicklaus. And of course it showed in, his playing career and how he figured out how to win 18 majors and 73 PGA Tour titles and dominate the game.
Yeah. Dave, we were talking about, guys out on the course this morning and, trying to make the cut into the weekend. And you brought up, Ryan Gerard's playing well now, but how the course can humble. And he's 26 years old. And so you're thinking, growing up, you know this course, you know this tournament. You've seen what Scotty's done. You've obviously seen what Tiger Woods has done. Would you have any advice for Gerard as he hits that back nine on a Friday?
I would say just, play smart. Don't try and keep going lower, although there are some good scoring opportunities on the back nine, 11, 13, 14, 15. But don't get greedy. It's going to keep drying out. I don't know what the weather's going to be like on the weekend. If it gets wet, we probably will have a lower score for a winning score, and maybe considerably lower. But, he's playing at the perfect time.
Yep.
A little wind, a little softer. Scotty was talking yesterday when he shot one over how it dried out, got a little windy, and we see the number one player in the world struggle. So that's what this golf course can bring. I would love to see it not rain, be firm, fast. Then we find out how the Ryan Gerards of the world, handle a golf course that, it would have a lot more teeth.
I'll get you out of here on this one. Greatly appreciate your time, my friend, here in person. We're midway through the first flight of the second day. Who on that leaderboard do you kind of look at and go, I like where they're at right now heading into today's round and into the weekend?
Yeah, I think if I'm the field, I'm fearful of Wyndham Clark, who found something a few weeks ago with a new putter and a calmer attitude and won the Nelson with an incredible 60. Second time in a row he's won with a 60 in what would have been his final round. Of course, did it at Pebble Beach in the third round, and the fourth round got rained out, but it's still his final round was a 60. He did it again. He's playing with confidence. He was among the first round leaders with 67. I would not like to see him there right now.
Yeah. Great seeing you, buddy.
Bo, thank you so much, Eric.
Great to see you, sir.
Dave,
great to see you.
So much.
Lovely seeing you. Thanks very much, guys.
Look forward. I'm sure the next time you'll join us, it'll be at some glamorous place around the globe, and so we always appreciate your time.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out how to get you in your foursome for the next Muirfield.
The 21st play.
Too, right?
21st play.
We'll get on with you.
There you go.
I'd
Thanks
slow
so
you
much.
down. You don't want any part of it, buddy. We'll continue from Jack's Place. Bishop and Friends, right here on The Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Sleep Better Columbus can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Experience the adrenaline of Barrett Jackson in Columbus, Ohio, June 25th to 27th. See hundreds of no-reserve collector cars cross the auction block, interactive sponsor displays, and a wide selection of food and drinks. It's an exciting, high-octane event for fans of all ages. Tickets on sale now at barrett-jackson.com.
Common Man here. Join me June 20th for the Common Man Mile at this year's Fan 5K in Westerville. Get signed up at 971therace.com.
The 97.1 The Fan 5K is presented by Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, and the Common Man Mile is sponsored by Rose Pest Solutions. Rose Pest Solutions has been protecting Columbus homes and businesses for over 165 years. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued. Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BAB to schedule your free estimate, or go to babsrus.com. Babs R Us, where dreams soak in.
At St. Jude, every innovation we make is a moment we give to children with cancer everywhere. But we can't do it without you.
Learn more at stjude.org.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Sleep Better Columbus has been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results and now has an office open in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Kyle Bogan, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value and have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you're being treated by the very best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit oda.org.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no! Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies to start with temperatures in the 60s, and then this afternoon mostly sunny and hot and breezy with highs in the upper 80s. For tonight, we turn partly cloudy overnight with our lows down into the upper 60s. Those breezy winds will persist. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Miss a little, miss a lot. Catch Bishop and Friends wherever you get your podcasts. It's free.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
The Fan. You're listening to Bishop and Friends, live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
I got to stop switching headsets.
Yeah, you got Dave's headset.
Yeah, all right. Well, now, we're all good.
That's all right.
Round 2 of the Memorial Tournament. Jack's Place underway. Great talking with Dave Shedlowski, and it's interesting because we, as I said when we introduced him there, normally he's at Winged Foot or Shinnecock or LACC when he joins us, and it's great to see him in person. And we were talking in the break there, Reese, about playing this course and how much more difficult it is. And if as you're walking around, if you're on your way out here, you're whatever. I've told this story before, but one of the first times that I played this place was with I did it as a birthday gift for my father-in-law, who at the time, and this was probably 2008-9. The Great Biltzes are here. Great to see them. Fine people, yeah. so we were playing, and we were playing with the great Jeff Logan, great guy, former Buckeye running back, and club champion here many times, and Jeff was gracious enough to host us. So it was me, my father-in-law, and then his best buddy Doc Harris. And so we went out and played, and my father-in-law at the time was a 10 or 12 handicap, somewhere in there. So he's a decent player. Would routinely shoot in the 70s, high 70s, low 80s. That's kind of where he was at, and really nice player. And we go to the first tee, and Jeff said, well, what's your handicap? And he said, whatever he said, 10 or whatever he was, maybe an 8, I don't know. And he goes, you won't break 100. And my father-in-law was kind of like, was off-putting a little bit. Like, yeah, I will. But I don't think Jeff was saying it in the sense of, like talking junk or anything like that.
In the nicest way possible.
What he meant was,
do not be hard on you.
That's it. Like, it's going to beat you up. So try to enjoy it, even if you don't play the way that you normally play. Yeah. And sure enough, he shot 105. That's
pretty good. That's a really good day.
But I just think, like, that's the thing. Like, if you're ever in a position to play this place, especially in the spring, it's so difficult in the spring, especially on a day like today when we haven't had rain in a while, the little bit of breeze, so those greens are going to be lightning fast. You will get some roll on the fairways, but sometimes that's not a good thing. You roll into a creek on 11, and you're in trouble. So, whatever you think you would score here, add 10. That's just it.
Fair.
Just add 10 strokes, and that's kind of the way it's going to go.
Jeff being the ultimate gentleman, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Right? You prepare yourself, you prepare your guests for what's going to be or what could be the most frustrating golf you've ever played in your life, because this is more than just a regular course. Right,
this
has so much to it, and this being Jack's course, this being Muirfield Village, this being where the Memorial is, being where Tiger Woods has won it 3 times, where the best golfers in the world every year converge right here to celebrate Jack Nicklaus and to celebrate this game. And it was funny, I meant to say this when Dave was here, but the reason he hasn't played as much here as you have is because he's been all over the world covering the sport. So I was like, well, wait a minute. When the opportunities have presented themselves, you've been at all of the bucket list places all over the world that we'd all love to just go and watch a golf.
Yeah.
Watch a golf event.
Yep.
Watch a golf tournament at.
Totally.
That's why he's an encyclopedia on the thing.
He is. And, that he touched on something that I touched on, and you haven't been out here quite as much as we have, but you're seeing that too, where you see the same faces over and over again. And I think I thought, Jack, we played some of his press conference earlier in the week. I thought some of his comments on the PGA Tour schedule, there was a natural rhythm to it before they moved the PGA, and you would play TPC in March. You would play the Masters in April. Bay Hill was in there. And then you'd play the Memorial Tournament at the end of May. And then 2 weeks later, you'd play the U.S. Open. And then a month later, you'd play the Open Championship. And then you'd play the PGA in August. And you had a golf calendar that, for the casual fan, and quite honestly, most of the people that are out here, that are coming here, are casual fans. Yeah. They're casual golf fans. And so there was a rhythm to it. It was like, okay, once a month is a really big deal that I got to pay attention to. Well, when they moved the PGA Championship into May, now it's all shifted. And I understand that the audience was big. They had big numbers for the PGA Championship this year, so I don't know if it's any different than what it would have been in August. We'll never know. The one misconception on that, as a quick aside, is it wasn't to get the PGA Championship away from preseason football. It was to get the FedEx Cup away from regular season football. That was the shift that they wanted. But for most, this is the miscalculation, in my opinion. For the casual fan, golf is over with the Open Championship.
Yeah.
It's done. And so, to me, that's a fail. And I think that's what Jack was going at this week when he kind of addressed the calendar. He really liked that spot of, I got May. 2 weeks later, you play the U.S. Open.
Yes.
So many guys, Tiger was kind of set the standard for that. You would come play well here and then ride that momentum into the U.S. Open. And there was a rhythm to it. And I hope they revisit it. I don't know if they will or not. My guess is by the ratings that they had, they won't.
And I wonder, with where golf is right now, because you talk about the ratings for the PGA Championship and those being enough to where I think they keep things as they are right now.
Yeah.
But with and this probably didn't have anything to do with the calendar, but factoring in competition from Live Golf.
Yeah.
I think that's probably in the back of their minds, avoiding regular season football, trying to establish your events in certain months when there's less going on. But now that you've kind of won when it comes to PGA versus Live, if everything is on the table to be rearranged or reshuffled, knowing that if you go back to the way it was, you're not losing anything.
No.
In fact, you're not going to – I don't know what would be gained, just maybe going back to the way things were now that things are kind of going back to the way things were in a sense.
Things have. I don't know what's going to happen with those guys. I imagine that there's a little bit of a cat ate the canary feeling for Rory, Scotty, Justin, Jordan, Tiger, Jack, all of them. Everybody who's stuck with the PGA Tour, I bet that there is a little bit of like, yeah, see? I wouldn't have guessed that the Saudis would bail on this quickly.
No, didn't think it would happen like this. Kind of thought there might be a chance they'd get bored with no return on the investment, but the money comes out of the ground. So would it happen, 3 years in? 3 years, 2 seasons in?
Something like that, 2 or 3 years in. I remember the first year that we were here when there was when all those guys had left.
Yeah.
And it was like, God, you miss Bryson. Because Bryson won this, and he won the COVID one, right? 2020, I think. Bryson's a winner here, and all of a sudden he wasn't here, and Brooks wasn't here. And we went over this yesterday.
I was just about to say, Brooks Koepka being a 10th alternate here, well, he might not. Do you have to be here if you're an alternate? I mean, if you're 10th
you have
alternate,
to.
And he's just twiddling his thumbs.
So, yeah, I mean, once it goes on Thursday and you have a full field, then you know you're good. But, yeah, I mean, he's 10 down on the
golfers that I've never heard of, and there's Brooks.
There's a 5-time major winner who's sitting there as an alternate, and he's paying his penance because that's what the cost is to come back to the PGA Tour, and so that's what he's doing. And look, he got the money, and that's all of it. And this is the penalty on the other side of it, is that he can't play on these things regularly. So I'm guessing what'll happen with DeChambeau if and when he ever comes back. I'm guessing that what'll happen with Rahm. Like, think of Rahm here. He's a winner, and then he had the COVID.
And he got pulled off the course. Pulled out of the tournament.
So,
And I wonder for those, because, they all got their money, but they already had plenty. And obviously a check like that's generational, but
that type of money that was bandied about, though, I mean, you're talking the Rahm thing was $300 million or something like that.
Yeah, hard for me to stand here and say I wouldn't have taken it.
Even if you are worth tens of millions, 300 in one fell swoop.
It's generations that don't have to do a thing.
That's everybody with your last name invested properly or even improperly, as long as you're not a bozo. Everybody with your last name for 5 generations is taken care of.
But I keep looking back to there's your legacy.
But that's that's part of it.
You're 10 on an alternate list.
You know what? I give him a ton of credit
for doing it, for being here. Yes,
for doing it, and he's had to do this a lot. He told the story at Augusta about how, look, this is what I got to do, and so this is what I'm willing to do, and I'll just play the waiting game, and eventually I'll get out there when I can until I build it back up, and it's a year of my life, and we'll see. And he obviously has all the prerequisites to play the majors, so he can still do all of those things. But yeah, that's an attention getter when you pull up that tee sheet, folks, and you see Brooks Koepka as a 10th alternate out here as a multiple-time major winner. We are, as always, brought to you by our great friends at Diamond Cellar, your true jeweler for nearly 80 years. Sawmill and Easton, they will take care of you. I assure you of that. Tim May in 2 minutes. Bishop and Friends right here on The Fan.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Some things shouldn't change. The smell of coffee on a Saturday morning, a handshake that actually means something, a neighbor you can count on. For more than 30 years, Newman Roofing has been a part of this community, and this community has been a part of us. We're family-owned, locally operated, and proud to serve the same neighborhoods we live in ourselves. Every roof we install is built to last. Every home we step into, we treat like our own. Every family we serve, we treat with respect. That's the Newman way. And along the way, more than 1,200 homeowners have trusted us enough to leave 5-star reviews. To us, that says one thing. Treating people right never goes out of style, because excellent customer service isn't a thing of the past. It's our promise to keep doing things the right way. 3 decades, one family, a whole lot of neighbors who have become friends. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online today at newmanroofing.com.
The Reds are on the radio.
Swung on, crushed, high, deep, left field. There it goes. A 3-run go-ahead blast for Eugenio Suarez. They're waving around Friedel. Up throwing Anthony. Throw to the plate, not in time. And the Reds walk it off at 11, 6-5.
The quest for October baseball is underway. Hear all the action all season long on your home of the Reds.
Good morning, I'm Jacob Reimer. Day 2 of the Memorial Tournament is underway out at Jack's Place. Ryan Gerard held a share of the overnight lead and is already making a big move up the leaderboard early today. He's 3 under through his first 8 holes and now has a 3-shot lead, sitting at 8 under for the tournament. Tommy Fleetwood, Wyndham Clark, and J.J. Spawn are still at 5 under. They'll tee off later this afternoon. The current low round on the course is from Eric Cole, who is 4 under through his first 8 holes. He's now in a tie for 5th with Nick Taylor at 4 under. After a 1/73 yesterday, Scotty Scheffler looks to bounce back today. The 2-time defending champion just teed off on his second round a few minutes ago. The Memorial Tournament leaderboard update is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Tee off towards a more personal banking experience at BMI Federal Credit Union. Your CBUS top picks, best credit union for 8 years in a row. Visit BMIFCU.org. We'll have another report in an hour here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Bishop & Friends is sponsored by Diamond Seller, your true jeweler for almost 80 years. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Good morning, friends. You're listening to a special edition of Bishop & Friends, live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
All right, I got to say, I feel like Ryan Day must be around here somewhere. Austin Ward is right here, and we're going to talk to Tim May. So I think that's about everything that you need right there. Joining on the Bryan Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline, it is our good buddy Tim May. Buddy, 50th anniversary of the Memorial Tournament, 51st playing. I used to see you out here every once in a while, although it always conflicted in the old days with Indy. How many of these have you been to?
Well, I helped cover it from, I think it was 78 through 84, and then I started covering Indy, and that conflicted because it was on the same weekend at that point. And since then, I probably helped cover for the Dispatch probably another 5 or 6. I know a couple of Tiger Woods' wins I was out there for, but I saw, I think I saw Jack's, 1984, I think Jack won, didn't he? And his
Seems
second
right.
one. Yeah, yep. I remember asking him after the win. I said, "What was it like, man, walking up 18 there with all these people cheering for you? You know, the hometown hero and all this stuff." And he just deadpan looked at me and he said, "I've heard it before." So that's cocky right there, brother.
Well,
anyway,
at that point, 17 majors.
I watch it on TV and I enjoy it, like watching. Scotty Scheffler and Ted Scott go at it after that errant tee shot on 16 yesterday. Yep. That was an interesting moment. Looked to me like either a missed club or a missed hit. That was the blame. There was nothing else to talk about, right?
He was worried about wind, I think, and it sounded like something I would do, where it was the wind's fault.
I got a buddy of mine I play with now. If there's just a little breeze, he's talking about how much the wind's going to affect his ball. I said, buddy, just hit it on the green. You know what I mean? What are we talking about here?
Ain't the Ryder Cup, brother. Get up there and hit the damn thing. You also have, and I can't remember if you and I have ever talked about this on air before, but obviously you're very good buddies with Bobby Rahal and known Bobby forever. He used to live out here, and you used to come out here and play with him, right? Wasn't that the story?
Oh yeah. I probably played in all the media days back when I was covering it, and some after that, but. Then also I played with Bobby. There, I don't know, at least probably 10 times. And and the funny thing is, I heard y'all talking a while ago about the guy that shot 105.
Yeah, my father-in-law. Yeah. If I could shoot between 90 and 100, that was a good score, and I often did. I mean, that's what's
confounding about my golf game, Bo, is you take me to Virtues and I can shoot 90. You take me to Raymond Memorial and I can shoot 90. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I don't understand.
No matter what, it's 90.
But I'll tell you what, the thing you can't replicate hardly anywhere else. I mean, there's some damn good greens around Central Ohio now, but the greens at Muirfield are still right up there. I mean, that's the first place I had a motorboat green, which was a putt. And on number 2, I remember they put the hole on looked like the top of a molehill in the middle of the green. And if you missed it a little bit left, it rolled way off. You know what I mean? I was going, these guys, you got to be on the track sometime to appreciate what these guys do and how consistent they are. Just like at Indy, you got to be on that track once going into turn 1 and going, these guys do it at 230 without lifting. Are you kidding me?
That's right.
It's kind of the same approach for these guys.
It's interesting you bring up the Indy thing with the auto racing, because I think that the other – and I've never been to Indy, so I don't know if it's the way that it is with a lot of the NASCAR that I've been to. But the one thing that's really cool, and my oldest said this yesterday, he goes, Dad, I was 10 feet from Rory McIlroy. And when I used to cover auto racing, that's the thing that was pretty cool. Like, you could just be a fan, and they would have all those pit passes for a lot of fans, and you'd be walking in the pits, and all of a sudden Richard Petty walks by, and Dale Earnhardt walks by, and Junior and Jimmy and all this stuff. That's the thing that's so intimate about this, and I'm guessing it's similar with Indy as well, where all of a sudden your hero walks right by you, or in this case, Jack drives by in his golf cart.
Yeah, well, for example, Indy one day, pre-race, you could walk the grid and stuff, and I'm down there, I'm looking at a car as I go by, and I'm looking, I keep turning, all of a sudden, boom, I run into this guy really, really hard. I mean, like, big collision. I look around, it's Ray Liotta. And, this is
Henry Hill,
the good fellas, and he stares me in the eyes, and I'm going, oh my God. I said, excuse me. He goes, no, excuse me, that was my fault.
Wow,
man, not only Ray Liotta, but he apologized to me. But that was great. But no, you're right. I mean, but I'll tell you what, man, I went to that. I told you, I covered a bunch of golf, and I go to the U.S. Open every year now as a volunteer, and just to stand in the presence of some of these guys, it gives you a little bit of a hair on the back of your neck rising up. I remember at the LIV tournament that I was at in Vegas a few years ago before the Super Bowl, and there's John Rahm. He's like 8 feet from me, and boom, he fires off a tee shot, and you can just feel the energy. Bryson DeChambeau, one of my favorite golfers. I wear the Crushers hat a lot of times because I like that logo. But, I mean, all these guys are right near you, and I know people are experiencing that now. I mean, the thing about Scotty Scheffler has an interesting aura to him. It's almost like the guy from down the street who was really good in everything, where you didn't live on a street. You lived on a road with three houses. But, I mean, like Richard Reynolds, when I was growing up in Alabama, he was good in everything. And when he needed to summon it, he summoned it. That's kind of like what Scheffler's about right now. It's really interesting because he seems quite approachable.
Tim, you said you covered from 74 to 84, and you've been out here recently. 70. I'm sorry, 76 was for sure. 78 to 84, 79, something like that. How do you? And you've been in Central Ohio for a very long time now. Do you marvel at how this place remains? I mean, it's been a billion changes. Jack's changed the course, the setup. They've changed some of the stuff in terms of hospitality and some of that stuff. But the feel of it remains the same. How have they pulled that off in your vantage point? Because
the big names keep showing up. That's number one. For the most part, the big names show up. Number two, it's the course. It's not just the course that Jack built; it's the tournament that Jack built, and that definitely matters, man. And then on top of that, it's a tremendous golf course, and they can literally, Bo, you played it. They can make it as hard as they want to make it, which is they can make it as hard as any golf course in the world if they so see it. And I guess this year they've let that rough hang in there. I mean, it's like hitting through a wire brush,
It is.
And it's stunning how good these guys are, even when they face difficulty. What you worry about is, once if and when Jack ever goes, who knows when? He may be there 20 years from now. but what it will do. And number two, people have always asked me about it being a major type course, and I go, for me, the only thing that I don't like about Muirfield is it goes through neighborhoods, and when I go to Shinnecock here in next week, week and a half, or Pinehurst number 2, or all the courses I've been to volunteering the U.S. Open, they're on a lot. I call it a lot, where there are no streets in between you, and like you can walk all the way across the course if you want to and get to somewhere. But that would make it kind of difficult for it to host a major in terms of a U.S. Open or something. In my opinion, that's my opinion. But other than that, oh my goodness, dude, this Muirfield can challenge every shot in golf.
I think, selfishly, I would love to see a major here in Central Ohio because the golf here is so ridiculously good. I mean, it's just so good, and this is the place to do it. Obviously, it's built for it. You make a good point on this was the old, type of design where you build a development around the golf course. I mean, that, and a lot of those places where they're hosting U.S. Opens and PGAs now are these courses that have been around for 100-plus years, and they're taking out all the trees, and it's a much different experience now. I'm trying to think, is there one out there now that's in the rotation that kind of goes through a neighborhood?
I can't think of one.
Brookline doesn't. Pinehurst is a resort, but it doesn't.
Pebble Beach doesn't.
Pebble Beach a little Pebble.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pebble a little bit. Yeah, Pebble does.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I mean, there are houses up on the course, you know what I mean? Just like at Pinehurst, you could walk by Donald Ross's old house there, that's right up next to the course. But they don't interrupt for what I call it the flow, of me.
Yeah.
Like I said, you standing on number 3 at Pinehurst and decide you want to walk to 13. You've got to go down, around, up, and over, Yeah. And so, I mean, I don't know. That's just where. But other than that, I mean, the golf course is immaculate. That's what I'm talking about. Muirfield, it is clearly. It was like when Jim Truman bought Mid Ohio Sports Car Course. He made it. It was like his backyard. If it needed a spectator mound, it got one. If Jack, you've seen all the changes Jack and them have made to stay ahead of the game in some form or fashion. You can only make something so long, but you can definitely make it more difficult. And you've stood on some of those greens where you got to putt from the top side, and you're going, there ain't no way.
There ain't no way. I watched Rory and Justin finish on 18 yesterday. They were 5 feet above the hole, both of them.
Yeah.
They were in the exact same spot. Both of them hit their putts as softly and gently as you could ever hit a putt, Tim, and they both rolled 6 feet past.
It's exactly what I'm talking about. Like the first time I was out there, Keith Fergus won the tournament, whatever that year was. And I was also out there the year Tom Watson won, that big the big weather day, which was unbelievable. Yep. But Keith Fergus had I think it was like a 3.5-foot putt to win it. And it was like 3.5 foot, big whoopee, right? I think that it was like on the upside, back behind number 18, upside, and it broke at least a foot. I'm just going, everybody's thinking that's a gimme. That ain't no damn gimme. I mean,
not
that's
out here.
Unbelievable. Yeah. You got,
not out here.
Like I say, you got linoleum with fuzz on it as the green. You know what I mean?
Linoleum with fuzz. Well said, my friend. We'll do it again next week. Thanks for your time, buddy.
Always a pleasure. You know that, Bo.
There he goes. Tim May, the Tim May Show with Clay Hall on FanStream Sports and right here on the Fan. Joining us on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems Fan guest hotline. We'll do Thing or Not a Thing up next. Bishop and Friends right here on the Fan.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon, CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness. Our experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. Ohio State Urgent Care. This is world-class care.
Hey, it's Anthony here for the Good Feet store, and my journey continues. No more agony of defeat. Already this season, I've walked 18 holes twice and lived to tell the story.
My personally fit arch supports go where I go. And in this case, right into my shoes, all of them. I just pop them in any pair and off I go. Just having that support and the stability has made a world of difference for me. A while back, I walked into the Good Feet store and walked out with an entirely new outlook. And I knew it right away. After taking the test walk around the store, I felt the difference. And not just that cushy feeling. I'm talking about real support, the kind that makes you feel aligned. For more than 30 years, the Good Feet store has helped thousands of people discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I experience it daily. I really feel my personally fit arch supports guide my feet into their ideal position. You can make an appointment online or just stop into the Good Feet store in Grove City or on Polaris Parkway in Westerville. Get started at goodfeet.com.
With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and wouldn't this sound nice? Reduced joint pain, improved libido, restful sleep, and lower anxiety. Weight loss may be the goal, but the added benefits by doing it with Awaken 180 are endless. Awaken180weightloss.com.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
It's time for sun and savings at Great Lakes Hyundai. Right now, get a new 2060 Elantra SE for $59 per month for a 2-year lease. Just $59 a month for the drive into summer sale. This month only. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit $39.95 down plus tax title first month payment. 7,500 miles per year and 7.6.
Your favorite fan shows are available as a podcast. What a concept. And don't miss exclusive podcast content like Austin and Byrne. Listen on your schedule from anywhere in the world. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and $2 tall boys. All day, every day.
Oh, look, we let Bo out of his cage. You're listening to Bishop and Friends live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
All right, time for a little thing or not a thing on a Friday edition. Hit it, fellas.
Thing or not a thing.
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
I think it was Elliot Friedman who had the initial report, but a lot of outlets yesterday said that Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin has requested a trade out of the Motor City. The soon-to-be 30-year-old Larkin's under contract through the 2030-2031 season for $8.7 million a year. The Wings' top centerman tallied 67 points last year, 34 goals, 33 assists. Detroit picked Larkin out of Michigan with the 15th overall selection in 2014. He's got a full no-trade clause for the next 2 seasons, then a 10-team trade list. The NHL's salary ceiling is expected to hit $104 million in 26-27. Thing or not a thing?
So if you would have read this 20 years ago and you would have just taken Dylan Larkin out and put Steve Yzerman in, you'd have said nobody ever leaves Detroit. It's hard to wrap your head around now if you're a relatively new hockey fan, but Detroit was a glamour franchise when Mike Ilitch was alive and there was no salary cap in the NHL. He just spent, and they had line after line of superstar Hall of Fame guys. It is so strange to me to think that Larkin has been there that long. I'm sure, we complain about the lack of success here. They haven't had it there. This year, they blow it down the stretch in the biggest possible way possible. And now you have a guy who's 30 years old asking for a trade out of Detroit. And by the way, isn't Steve Yzerman still running that operation?
I was just about to say. He's in charge of the whole thing.
Jeez. And he built Tampa, but Tampa became a destination.
Mm-hmm.
People wanted to go live there. They wanted to play there. And I talked about this list a little bit yesterday in regard to the Blue Jackets and the Vegas comparison. Like, these northern cities are never going to be the draws for NHL players that Florida, Tampa, Vegas, LA, Anaheim are. They're just not.
Definitely a thing for me as well. And I think this could end up being a good thing for Detroit, which is tough to say when you're arguably best player once out. But they've been stuck in kind of a similar place to where the Jackets have been right now, where they're just on the edge of making the playoffs over and over and over again. And so this kind of forces them to either, if they're going to try to convince Larkin to stay, then you're going to have to make moves. Or if you're going to deal him off, maybe this is a sign for your franchise. Yeah, let's pick a direction. We're either rebuilding here or we're going to go for it. And this is Larkin kind of forcing their hand at it. Hopefully the Jackets do a similar thing.
Oh, boy, I saw chatter yesterday when this news broke about could he come to Columbus? No. And that's just me. Could it happen?
Would they be on his list?
Well, he'd have to say yes. I want to go play with Zach. He was his teammate at Michigan.
Yeah, he's got a full no trade the next 2 years, so he's going to get to pick his spot.
You know what? I apologize to Jackets fans that think Larkin to Columbus is a possibility. I'll let you dream for a little bit.
Yeah, no.
For fans of Big Noon Kick on Fox, I've got some great news. For people who hate Big Noon Kick, this might not be great news, but Joel Klatt has been revealed as the voice of College Football 2027. So the video game from EA Sports is going to have Big Noon's color commentator, depending on the edition you choose. July 2nd, 7-day early access for MVP Plus members and EA Play users. Bo, I speak to you on this. July 6th is the early access for those who order the Kurt Signetti Deluxe Edition. Thing or not a thing? Which I know you've probably ordered.
Well, we haven't done that yet, but we'll be all right. We'll be able to get in on that and get it relatively soon.
Big Sig on the front.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to be tough for me to deal with. I would say this here's what jumps out to me about him doing it. So last year in the game, so let's say you're playing with
Was it Herb Street?
So if you're playing with the Buckeyes and you're playing a non-marquee game, it was Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock.
Okay.
So if you were playing the non-conference or the lower games. Now, when you played the Michigan game, it was Fowler and Herb Street. So what I'm curious about is this now is Klatt with Fowler. By the way, they both went to University of Colorado. They certainly know each other.
Sure.
Is Klatt Fowler, is that now the big game? So that would lead me to believe that Herb Street's out of it. Now, Kirk does so many dang things. Maybe
I think it was announced that he would not be lending his voice to this edition.
Yeah, so my guess is Kirk probably had a number, and they're like, actually, we'll just pivot, and they pivoted. Is kind of how that worked. But that's how the game was played last year. So I'm curious, is it Fowler and Klatt all the time, or is it that other crew, and then they get the marquee games?
I think this is an interesting thing for the future of kind of the college football video game, and it's always catered to the younger people, and I wonder if this is them saying that Joel Klatt is more of an appeal to the younger people. Obviously, Kirk's been fantastic over the years, and it's definitely probably a money thing as well, but the whole back before, it was so broadcaster heavy, where Joel's like more of a personality, which I wonder if it tends to the younger generation a little bit more when they take in sports.
It's going to take you out of the realism of it a little bit if you watch a lot of the college football, because one thing that was so realistic about it is it sounded like a big game because it was of the voices you're used to hearing together, and now Like, I've never heard Fowler and Klatt call anything. I'm sure they never have. So that will take you out of it a little bit, I think.
You play that Ohio State game in Texas, and you make it a night game.
Yeah.
It's going to sound a little bit different.
Yeah.
Game 2 of the NBA Finals is tonight in San Antonio. You've got Game 3 Sunday, or Monday, I should say, at Madison Square Garden. It looks like tickets, according to ESPN, as low as $7,200. I'm looking around Madison Square Garden, and you can get up close and personal for the tune of $53,000. Seeing some seats 45,000, but this thing, the seating chart reads like a Zillow listing. Thing or not a thing?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since the Knicks have had it. Good for them. I think it's going to be a scene, man. I think it's going to be a scene. Doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, this is a thing just because no championship drought that's going on right now means more than the Knicks drought in New York to them currently. Like, they feel like...
I'm going to one-up you with Toronto. I think those two are the ones.
Would that be would you be able to say, all right, 31,000 in the lower bowl, 10,000 in the upper bowl, the nosebleeds going for $8,100? Would that be similar in Toronto if they were to do Game 1 of a Stanley Cup final?
I don't know if it would be this big, but it'd be close. The other thing you have to be careful with here is, like, this is what the asking is. I wonder what is being purchased.
And so that's the thing with what ESPN's telling me, $7,200. But is that face? And then if I'm adding fees, am I paying $10,000 for
upper level
that
Madison Square Garden? Imagine if they lose.
Just hang out with that.
And the best part is, Reese, it'll be packed. There won't be a seat.
They'll sell out, and it'll be a scene.
Yeah, it'll be great. All right, second hour, final hour of the week. Royalty to my right, at least in his own mind, Mr. Taberry. Bishop and Friends, right here on The Fan.
All the Ohio State conversation you can handle. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Your Ohio State flagship station. The Fan.
Today, we're talking about how you don't have to earn more when you can save more. Okay, so you brought me this stat. T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T over the past 5 years. That seems surprising.
Yeah, when I first heard it, I thought, okay. But when the experts at HarrisX broke it down, it was true for millions of families.
They have a 5-year price guarantee on experience plans and America's Best Network, plus lower bills. I'm not hearing any sacrifice here.
Which is what people need right now. Reliability, predictability. Affordable wireless service isn't a perk. It's a difference. And listeners, if you don't believe me, you can check it out at T-Mobile.com/switch.
Best mobile network based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Based on HarrisX billing snapshots from Q3 21 to Q4 25 compared to average AT&T and Verizon bills. Comparison excludes discounts, credits, and optional charges. For more details, see harrisx.com/T-Mobile-bills.
Don't wait for your AC to break down in the summer heat. Call Columbus Worthington Air for a $69 air conditioning tune-up. An AC tune-up can improve efficiency to help save money on energy bills and prevent costly breakdowns. Trust the local experts for reliable service 7 days a week, backed by our exceptional service guarantee. Proudly serving Columbus homeowners for 90 years and counting. Columbus Worthington Air and Bryant Heating and Cooling. Whatever it takes. Visit CWAOhio.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions. License number 47543.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
I can't raise my arms. I can't climb stairs. I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without an exhausting pain. Hey, it's Tyvis, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. And that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. Not bracing for the next jolt of pain. It's gone. They've moved on back to living their lives. You heard me talk about Dr. Tesner and the team at QC Kinetics and how they helped me get my knee pain to go away. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. And I love hearing from you. How we here at The Fan helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. So go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Let's get rid of that pain. Starting now, the consultation is totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Offices in Dublin and Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Retirement Group. Reliable streams of income are crucial for retirees, and Social Security and pensions aren't enough. We can help. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
America wouldn't be America without Ohio. So this year, while we celebrate our nation's 250th year, let's also celebrate Ohio's vital role in our nation's past, its present, and its future. At America250ohio.org, you'll find events from engaging talks on history to Ohio-related movies to memorable drives around the state. There's so much to discover. So what are you waiting for? The celebration begins at America250ohio.org. Sponsored by the Ohio History Connection, aired by the OAB and this station.
Common Man here. Join me June 20th for the Common Man Mile at this year's Fan 5K in Westerville. Get signed up at 971therace.com.
The 97.1 The Fan 5K is presented by Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, and the Common Man Mile is sponsored by Rose Pest Solutions. Rose Pest Solutions has been protecting Columbus homes and businesses for over 165 years. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
How do you make a UDF ice cream quake? Easy. Pick any flavor of UDF ice cream, add your favorite mix-ins, and you've got a quake. Now, how do you pick your flavors and mix-ins? That's the hard part. Ice cream quakes, only at United Dairy Farmers.
If you don't have Friday, June 12th circled on your calendar, get out a marker, circle that 12. Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be. Scotty Vegas here, and we're going to be cheering on Team USA in the sportsbook with a big watch party at 9 o'clock. Contest, prizes, plus the all-new Hollywood Casino Columbus Hotel grand opening is June 12th. Brett Michaels live, fireworks, swag, food trucks, and our watch party. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning. I'm Eric Reeser. Ryan Gerard continues his run as the second round of the Memorial Tournament rolls along at Muirfield Village in Dublin. The 26-year-olds 3 under on the day through 10. That's good for 8 under for the weekend. 3 golfers are 3 back at 5 under. Projected cut lines at +3. Plenty of drama for world number 1 Scotty Scheffler. The defending Memorial champs 1 over. He'll begin his Friday this afternoon at 1:35. Coming up in 15 minutes, Jordan Spieth and Jason Day. Spieth's 1 under, Day's 2 over. In baseball Friday, the Guardians begin a series in Texas against the Rangers at 8:15. Same time in St. Louis, the Reds battle the Cardinals. In the minors, the Clippers continue a homestand with the Omaha Storm Chasers. You'll get that from Huntington Park at 7:05. And in the NBA tonight, the Spurs host the Knicks in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Tip-off 8:30. New York leads 1-0. They'll host Game 3 on Monday. We're live from Muirfield Village all weekend long. Jacob Reimer will have another Memorial Leaderboard update in 30 minutes right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Bo Bishop is here in real life? Must be Memorial Week. Broadcasting live from the Memorial Tournament. It's Bishop and Friends.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Final hour at Jack's Place. Round 2 of the Memorial Tournament is underway. What did we learn this week?
We're not trying to do too much around here, but over the course of 5 days, you might have gleaned some stuff. Bishop and Friends present What We've Learned This Week.
Sponsored by High Bank Distillery Co. Make a reservation today at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
I'm going to tell you what I learned right off the gate is that I'm no different than anybody else. I can get stiffed by Dom Tiberi. I didn't even see you yesterday. I mean, this is what's happened to our friendship?
I had duties.
I don't want to hear about your duties.
I was tied up. Listen, it was between...
I set an over-under of 10 o'clock where I needed to see you, and then you didn't show up.
I was on a golf cart heading out to an event with a guy named Jack Nicklaus, the Bear. Right. And while I love you, I'm sorry. He's Jack Nicklaus, and they're right there, one of the great Americans, that gentleman, right there.
Fine human.
His picture's in the post office. That's Harry from Columbus.
Anyways,
pictures in the post office.
Well, it's all right. Hey,
I don't know if it's all right with him.
Well, it's all right. Let me just ask you.
Poor guy's going to get bounced.
I'm
transfusion.
just trying because you don't ever come to town. But now that
I come to town all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you take Common Man out to dinner last night? Did you wash his car? Did you do his laundry?
Mike doesn't want to see anybody.
Mike,
I've known Mike 20 years. He doesn't want to see anybody. He doesn't want to go to dinner with anybody.
But he wants to be invited.
He wants to be invited, but he doesn't. He just wants to say
the last time you were in town, it created an international incident.
It was an incident.
Mike was upset. He's walking around. I actually saw him.
He was physically
kick the trash can.
Oh,
he kicked it.
I don't buy that.
No, he did. He kicked it. He goes
that upset.
He goes, that Bishop.
Well, if you got to work with Timmy Hall all day, you'd be kicking things too.
Yeah, if you had hair like that guy, I don't know who's got worse hair, him or Adam.
Oh, jeez. And Merker's here too.
Oh my
God!
God!
Look at this guy.
Murph,
all the people.
All the stars are.
This guy. You were. I see you, buddy.
All we need now is Urban to show up.
We're on the air. Yeah, we're on the air now.
If Urban Meyer shopped up with Merck.
Hey, do you remember when we did the 10 TV wall-to-wall shootout here?
Yes, we did.
And Merck was the star of it. He was the absolute star of it.
Yes, he was.
And I think you're right. He was a back-to-back winner. Pickleball's where it's at for you now?
Do you remember what you said when you retired from baseball, what you were going to do? He was going to turn vodka into urine.
He's ready to go. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody gets hurt. You
what
brought
do you got
your clubs.
there, Merck? Golf club?
Oh, well, people.
Merck knows people.
He's the man to know in this town.
Merck knows everybody.
He's the man to know in this town.
Kent Merker.
You too, buddy.
Pride of Dublin.
So we used to do the 10 TV wall-to-wall sports shootout. And basically the reason... Well, we can just wait a second. We are on the air. You can wait a second. I know.
Sorry.
I'm just saying.
We got people here.
I mean, we're streaming live, and we're what are you doing?
That's Chris. Come here.
Oh,
all
sure.
Right.
I guess do whatever you want. Your name's on the show now.
There.
Do the picture.
Do
a live
picture.
on the air.
Yeah,
who gets hurt?
She gets the picture. That's nice.
This is TV too, isn't it?
Oh, it's YouTube.
By the way, your hair looks good.
So
thank you.
We used to do the wall-to-wall sports shootout.
Yes.
By the way, no thank you for me on that.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Hey, thanks. You're very accommodating, man.
Don't worry about it. So long as you got your picture.
Your hair really looks good.
It's not.
Person.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
We used to do the 10 TV wall-to-wall sports shootout.
Yes, we did.
And we did this because you and Moose had 1,000 days vacation, and there was no way that we could have done the shows if we didn't do that.
Yes, we did.
And we did it out here.
Yes, we did.
We did it out here a few times.
Yeah, we did. We did it here. We did Double Eagle. We did
Double Eagle. We did Columbus Country Club.
Yes, we did. Tartan Fields.
Yep. We did a lot of good ones.
We did all the good ones. You know, you think about it, we have great golf courses here in Central Ohio. I mean, really big-time golf courses.
I say this all the time, buddy. Obviously, everybody knows about the 4 that are usually ranked in the top 100 rankings, but the next tier is stunning. It's awesome. And there are so many good ones. Brookside's a great. There's so many good.
Little track,
you can't do that though because you start naming them, and then someone's going to get upset that we didn't name them. We had this. We had our event at Wedgwood. Merck won at Wedgwood.
That was a great track.
That's a great track. So there was all these ones that we had them at through the years, and it was awesome. And I think when you reflect on, and you're a kid who grew up here, one bit of serious note here. Think about 50 of these.
I know.
The 51st playing, 50th anniversary. You think about how fortunate we were that Jack Nicklaus was born here.
Right.
For people who love golf, that he was born here, that he built this place. Because I'm curious, we were talking about this the other day, how many courses sprung up after this place did? How many golf communities in this town over the last 50 years?
Well, you think about, and when I was a little boy growing up in Columbus, and I lived over near Westerville in an area called Sharon Woods. It was Columbus. And I remember my grandfather had racehorses in Plain City.
Okay.
And I remember being a little boy driving out 161. There were no freeways. There was 71 South, but driving out 161, you would get to Worthington.
Yep.
And, you know, the cemetery there right at the full square. And you go through that. And then it was farmland all the way to Plain City, and there was this little blip on the map that you would go through that was Dublin.
Yeah.
And now you look at what this whole area has become. I mean, Bridge Park, and it's just Now, it probably would have happened, but it happened a lot sooner because of what Jack and Barbara Nicholas did. And to think that there's now, this is the 51st Memorial Tournament. For me, Bo, this is my 46th I've covered.
Jeez.
I mean, well, that just says I'm old.
But 20 for me.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. And you're not old.
Well, I'm old. I'm getting there.
Well, you look good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I just think about the way it was in the beginning, the early days when, you know, Fuzzy Zeller was here. And, you know, then you went through well, you know, I remember spurts. I remember Jack when, you know, he was here twice and all that. And then there was a guy named Greg Norman that was the dominant player. And I remember he won here a few times. And then Tiger, this guy named Tiger Woods, Coda, and he won more than anyone, 5. And now we got to Scotty Scheffler a little bit. But the other thing that was weird at this tournament, you would see it as a stepping stone for guys. They would win here, and then all of a sudden they win a major. You also would see guys that you're going, who won this?
Yeah, there were some of those.
Some of those.
Lingworth, remember him?
Yeah, I mean, those guys. But, you know, it's all fine because this thing is like a major. They're treated like it's a major.
Yeah.
I mean, if you talk to the pros here, they will tell you this is their favorite stop because 2 reasons. The way they're treated.
Yep.
And then this golf course is second to none, but the whole practice facility right there, because literally you can hit every shot there is in your bag. If you want to hit against the wind, you go to a different side of the driving range. You can work on your entire game here. So guys love coming here because of that, and they love the milkshakes, and they love the food and everything. I mean, Jack said that his goal was to treat the players better here than anywhere else, and that's what he does.
And I think what he was really smart in the buildup of it and the maintaining of it and the ability for this thing to be as cool now as it was when he started it, as when Tiger was here and all of it. Jack has his fingerprints all over every single thing that happens here. And then he went to places that he liked.
Right.
Muirfield, obviously named after. Think about Augusta. He just reveres Augusta. So many of the things here are similar to the way that they do things at Augusta. He found places that inspire, and he brought all the best of it back here.
And you know what's interesting? He said something, and he's usually, I will say this, he's pretty humble about, because I've said to him, you know, Dublin wouldn't be what Dublin is if it wasn't for you. And he always, but he said something the other day that I thought was interesting, and I'm kind of glad he did. He said, you know, I'm very proud of what we created here. I'm proud that other tournaments are taking some of the things we've done and copying us. He goes, you know, when we created the Memorial, we did it after the Masters, after Augusta, and you look at all the things, the sandwiches and the way and the scoreboards and all the little things that they do at Augusta. But he said something, and he says, I personally think we do a better job than the Masters, and I personally think we treat the players better than they do anywhere else, including the Masters. He said, now, I'm in Columbus, Ohio, saying that. If I was in Augusta, I might say something different. But I thought that was cool.
But that's the standard.
I thought that was cool he said that.
Yeah, absolutely so. You got time? You want to stick around a little bit?
Yeah, I can. I got a noon hit.
Well, you've already written it.
Yeah, I wrote it yesterday.
I mean, I lost 2 minutes because you're taking selfies.
Well, I'm sorry. What do you want me to do with the people?
Segment.
We got to be nice to the people.
Just say, wait a couple minutes until we're in a break. And then
they were in a hurry. They had to go to the bathroom. You got Kent Marker coming up. We got this. And then I'm telling you, I just got texted. I think Riccardotti is upset with you.
No, I think he's all right.
You didn't text him.
He doesn't want to have dinner with anybody. So I guess what I got to do with Mike is I got to text him. I'm in town.
Yeah, just say,
let's
hey,
go
I'm
have
in
dinner,
town.
and he can go. I can't. I'm busy.
Or just offer.
That's what I got to do.
At least offer to wash his car. That's one thing.
I don't wash my own cars.
Yeah, but you could wash his. It's mine.
More to come. Bishop and Friends, right here on the Fan.
The sound of Paul Keels calling a Buckeye game is erotic.
Oh, yes.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, or struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At Tri-State Men's Health, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more, getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
When you are a member of Tel-Ohio, your money works harder for you. Lock in 4% APY on a 24-month CD and watch your savings grow with a credit union built for its members. Visit telohio.org to learn more.
Federally insured by NCUA. Membership open to anyone in Ohio. Restrictions apply.
Don't sweat it. Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your air conditioner fast. 1-800-COOLING.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
Wrinkles, gray hair, and hearing loss are common signs of getting older. But being short of breath, having tightness in your chest, coughing, and wheezing are not. If you are experiencing these symptoms, you may be one of the millions of people who are living with a condition called COPD but don't know it. Early diagnosis and treatment can add years of better breathing to your life. For more information, talk to your doctor and visit copdfoundation.org today.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Ohio's educators are dedicated to their students, but we can't do it alone. We need strong partnerships with parents and community members, and we need support from our local and state leaders to ensure our schools have the resources they need to provide a world-class education for all. When we stand together, our students win.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Have you ever met a man who wins money betting on tennis? Enter Scotty Vegas. Join Scotty and Dave Biddle for On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Sunday mornings at 9 on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies to start with temperatures in the 60s, and then this afternoon mostly sunny and hot and breezy with highs in the upper 80s. For tonight, we turn partly cloudy overnight with our lows down into the upper 60s. Those breezy winds will persist. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Miss a little, miss a lot. Catch Bishop and Friends wherever you get your podcasts. It's free.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
The Fan. The only thing better than a Muirfield milkshake is when Bo uses it to hold his bourbon. You're listening to Bishop and Friends live from the Memorial.
Presented by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
It's called a floater. Get that milkshake, and then you put a
You
dummy
actually
syrup.
do that? Well, you know what?
Well, I wouldn't. That would be stomach mess for me as I've gotten older. I can't eat everything like I
Do you know
used
what
to.
I call that?
What?
Bourbon cream.
Oh, that's a delight. I remember you were all excited about
Buffalo
that. Yeah.
Trace bourbon cream. So if you're putting bourbon in a milkshake, it's the same thing. Yes,
You're getting the same operation.
Did you ever do the bourbon tour?
No.
Did you ever go down there?
I've been down there, but I have been down there, but I've not done a bourbon tour. My kids aren't of age yet.
You need to do it because I'll tell you what, it is amazing, and you would enjoy the heck out of it because it was really something.
Well, you get to learn something. It's like our great friends at High Bank when we go with them and they take the people back. Why is Dodge City, Kansas?
I don't know anyone in Dodge
Yeah, I
City.
do. Wyatt Earp, you're a wanted man. I knew it. That's the only guy I know from Dodge City.
All I know is
Matt Masterson.
All I know is it has been just a parade of stars. We had Kent Merker
movie
here.
producers.
We just had the basement doctor, Ron Greenbaum, here.
Yeah.
Stop by.
Among others.
I mean, and
Cavalcade of stars.
He's making movies now.
I guess, which is great. Good for him. Very good. Very good. Have you ever played well here in all the times you've played here?
One time I was playing. I did play pretty well. That's when I was really playing a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of gave the game up for a while, but now I'm starting to play again. You and I played in the Pro-Am with Jack the Second.
Yeah, that's right.
And it kind of went off the rails for you.
You were the reason why.
I didn't get yelled at by him.
No, we
did.
got yelled at because of you.
Not because of me.
No, because of you. Because you hit it up there too on 5.
But I didn't
You hit
act
it right
like I was.
me.
I didn't act like I was
don't
looking
ever
for
go
it.
look for balls. You go, hey, come here, help me. Hey, my ball's up here somewhere. We got to find it. Like as if the ball was $1,000 ball. I'm sure it was something they gave us a sleeve of when we teed off.
But he yelled
You're
at
up there
you.
looking at for it, and next thing I know, Jack is
Yelling
Junior
at
is
you.
yelling at us.
Not us. You.
You were with me.
I just stood there going, Jack, you're right. I said, Jack, you're absolutely right.
Jack,
I don't know
you're
the
right.
slow play. Yeah.
By the way, you, me, Moose, and Jackie Jr., we got around this joint in about 2 days.
We lapped everybody.
There was nobody behind us. There wasn't another group anywhere. I remember we finished, and the Smalley was playing with Channel 4 at that time. They were making the turn.
Yeah.
We were done.
We're done.
There was nobody anywhere.
Yeah, well, we sped it up a little bit.
We moved it along.
He is a good player, though.
Well, yeah.
But he's
I bet
Jack
it is.
Nicklaus II.
I bet he is a good player.
You ought to be.
I remember I hit, when we played that day, I hit 4-iron off the tee because I did not want to hit a house in front of Jack Nicklaus Jr., so I hit 4-iron off the tee. I don't know, like 200 yards or something like that. Not very damn far. And
200 with a
he hit-
4-iron's good.
And I was young. And then then Junior hit like a rescue club, like 285.
Yeah.
And you went, okay, well, this will be great.
All I know is I've played here a number of times, but the worst day I ever had was the Pro-Am. I think I told you that. I played in 2 Pro-Ams back in 84 and 85.
The Pro-Am's back, and it's awesome. It's been back for a few years now, but it went away for a while, and they didn't do it. And now they had the in the old days, though, they had the real Pro-Am when Jack would play, and it would celebrities and all of it.
So I played, and I'm trying to remember. It was like 83, 84, maybe. 83 and 84. And the one year I was teamed up with Mark McCumber, if you remember him.
Real quick, how old are you here?
23, 24,
Good Lord,
in
you're
that
a
age.
kid.
You know? I'm a kid. I'm a
You're
baby.
a kid, a pup.
And so, anyways, we went off on the back the year that I was with Mark Lai. Mark Lai was famous for the movie Happy Gilmore. He was one of the guys that had the gold jacket.
Yep.
In the bar scene.
Yep.
Anyway, so I'm playing with Mark Lai, and I just remember we went off on the back, and then we were off in the morning, and we were the last morning group to go off.
Yep.
And so we make the turn, and my back nine was going to be on the front.
So you go to 1.
I go to 1. And I get to 1, and Jimmy Crum, who was the dean of sports and was at
Legendary
Channel 4 forever, he's introducing the players that are going to play.
Yep.
Kind of like what Jeff Logan does now. I get up there, and Bo, it is a sea of people I've never seen. They were 20 deep. It was incredible. And I'm like, as I got closer, I'm going, what in the world what is this about? Well, then I saw on the practice range who was getting warmed up on the putting green and everything. It was Jack Nicklaus, Bob Hope, I think Sean Connery
is, yeah.
And that's the group that's going to be right behind us.
Here's what I want to know.
And so I get up there, and Crum goes, and now on the team, and all you people need to move back. Everybody needs to get away. This guy might hit you. He might kill you. Oh, my gosh. That was the hardest thing I ever did.
So you finish on 18, and you're making the walk to 1. Because you're uphill on 18. You're coming up that hill.
Right.
At what point do you realize what you're in store for next?
When I get closer, we come up, and I look over there, and I go, what in the world is all that? It's like, and as I got closer, I'm going, what in the, I was never so.
It's awful.
Oh,
it's awful.
And I hit a worm burner out there. I didn't hit anyone.
I wouldn't even care. I would just want it. I'd not
you
tell
know
anybody.
I can hit people.
You're a pretty good player. I haven't played with you in a long time, but when we used to play, every Friday, Golf Club of Dublin, you and me and Moose and Coop and Bruce, and we would go play. By the way, speaking of fast rounds, those are about an hour, 45 minutes.
Everything's good. Coop's like
6 feet.
That's good. That's good. I had a great handicap playing with Coop in the
You play Golf Club of Dublin with Coop, you shoot 66.
Oh, my gosh.
Anytime you want. I still have a scorecard from the great Moose, who's a hell of a player. Moose has as good a hands. I mean, we used to play a lot. He had as good a hands. His short game was unbelievable. But I got a scorecard still that has it's you, me, Coop, Bruce, and Moose. Of course, Fivesome, the great West Widows. Go ahead, boys. Don't catch the mowers, was what he always said.
Well, we were the first tee time.
First tee time
we were
off,
always
so
the
7
first
a.m.
tee
or
time.
whatever. And Moosey's got a 67 on the scorecard that I have.
Sure.
I still have that. Yeah.
Sure. Now, some of that was because everything was good.
Some of that was everything was good. Now, Moose was really good, but yeah.
Moose is really.
Well, that was also the same time.
For as big as he is, he had the softest hands.
He did. And that was the time when you play with Earl, and Earl would just go tee it up in the middle of the fairway because they didn't have senior tees.
Earl, I'll tell you what, I miss Earl Bruce more than anything. Just you always knew where he stood. There was no gray area with that guy. It was black and white.
Yep.
And I told you at one point I was going to go to the courthouse and have my name changed from Dom to D.A.
Yes. It's just a very affectionate way to refer to
Dumb donkey.
Dumb donkey is what he was going for.
Yeah. I said, I'll never forget the day I said to him, I said, hey, Coach, you want to go to the courthouse with me? I'm going to have my name changed from Dom to D.A. And he goes, I'm going to have my name changed. He goes, what do you have it changed to? I said, he goes, that's a good name.
That's a good name.
What you are. That's what you are, because you are.
He was the best. He was the absolute
best. I love that guy. Well, you know what? We were blessed. Coop and Earl and, Tress, Urban, Luke. We have been blessed to cover, and now Ryan.
Oh, Ryan's
just
the best. Yeah.
They all
so
are.
Many good people.
All of them, they all have their niches. They all have everything, but we've been blessed to be close to all those guys. And I feel the same way about Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, I mean the idea. I mean, you just think of this. I mean, 50 years of this thing, man, and you've done all of these, and you think about the impact, and you think about. To me, I think that's fantastic.
Look at that!
Look at that! That is beautiful.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's gorgeous. Little fella and his little caddy. He's ready to go.
Isn't that cute?
That is great. Oh, so little sweetheart. Thank you. Good job. It's beautiful. That's spectacular. I was talking about all of these things, and the thing that, and I'll get you out of here on this one. You grew up here.
Yes.
You share Ohio State football with the state, with people all over the country. Yes, it's home here, but you share it. What I think is so cool about this is this was probably the first thing that put Columbus, Ohio on the map for Columbus that was yours.
Right.
You didn't share it with the state.
And it really is. What Jack and Barbara created here, and I think sometimes we take it for granted because we lived here and whatever, but do you know how many communities would love to have what the Nicklauses created here? And this is like the Masters. I mean, this tournament, you're not getting the fly-by-nighters.
No.
These are the best 72 players in golf.
Yeah.
And it's going to get a little bit better because I think Liv's days are coming to an end.
Yep.
And some of these guys are going to have to come back. Now, that's what they got to live with. They took them. And I will tell you this much. That's why I have a lot of respect for Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
I know people like to get on him and whatever. First of all, I love his competitiveness.
I do too.
I mean, I'd go in a foxhole with that guy.
Yep.
But here's the bottom line. When guys were jumping ship to take a payday, Rory said, I'm not doing that.
Yep.
And I give him all the credit in the world for that. And I think they left him hanging out a little bit. I didn't like the way. I
agree.
And you know what? He could have really gotten sour and really whatever. And I think that, he kept it together, stayed a professional, and I got a lot of respect for him for that.
Me too. I feel the same way about him. You made that comment about how lucky. I was at Firestone on Monday for the Browns outing.
Right.
No tournament there for the first time in 50-some years.
Wow.
They have no tournament. And I'm telling you what, you walk into that place, and you think they see this and go, God,
how do we get it back?
How do we get it back? And once you lose, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's never coming back.
And
that place is like this one. It's built for this.
And this does so much for the community.
It does.
And, I really think Jack deserves whatever he wants because he created this. And as I'll say it again, Dublin would not be what Dublin is if it wasn't for Jack Nicklaus. And it's cool. One last thing before I leave. The Browns traded Myles Garrett.
They did, yeah.
What in the world?
So we're up against it, and then you now.
I just want to say that.
I just want to say that.
I'm just saying. I like Myles. Look at that. They're all here.
Everybody's
all the
here.
Pros.
All the pros are here, man.
This man played for Coop.
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, they're all here.
Awesome.
It's been one star.
It is.
Anyway,
that's what happens when you're around.
Just call me later and tell me.
Well, I'll stop by. You got a noon hit.
All right.
The boys will see you.
Come on TV.
How many
Why don't you
noon
come
hits?
on TV with me?
I'll do it. I'll do it with
Will you come on?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, come on with me.
I'll do it. Let's go do it.
I think I'm going to have Danny Sullivan over there, too.
Well, me and Dan.
Yeah.
All of us. Let's do it.
And
like
get Ron Greenbaum over, and we'll...
The whole group.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
See you.
Love you, buddy. The great Dom Tiberi. Doug Lesmerises in 2 minutes. Bishop and Friends, right here on The Fan.
Is 2026 the year you achieve your health goals? The Good Feet store wants to help. Trade in your bad feet for good feet. We want to help you walk, run, exercise, and play in comfort this year. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road in Grove City.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Wealth Advisors. Concerned about your investment's rate of return? Let us show you exactly how your portfolio is performing. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
Welcome back to What Is That Thing? Today our guest is
Dr. Melvin Parsbrucker. I invented the sump pump.
Ah, the sump pump. I've heard Apex pros talk about those.
Yes, the pros who knows are true experts in sump pumpology.
So, Doctor, what is that thing?
You see, a sump pump is a device designed to pump out sump.
Sump?
For the pump.
You say the pumps?
Sump.
Sump. And what exactly is sump?
It's what gets pumped.
I want to be sure I'm hearing you right. Sump?
Sump.
And that's what gets
pumped. Look, maybe Apex Pros can explain it at your level.
Well, Apex Pros says some pumps are made to keep groundwater from accumulating and flooding your basement, especially this time of year with the big spring rains and the uniquely shallow water table in and around Franklin County. A simple sump pump can protect your home from tens of thousands of dollars in damage.
It's made to sump the pump.
Of course.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Good morning, I'm Jacob Reimer. Ryan Gerard has it rolling on day 2 of the Memorial Tournament. The former Tar Heel has the low round going on the course. He's 3 under through 12 holes at Muirfield Village. That puts him at 8 under for the tournament, 3 shots clear of the overnight lead. Tommy Fleetwood, Wyndham Clark, and J.J. Spawn shared the lead at the start of the day at 5 under. Those 3 will try to track down Gerard later this afternoon. Nick Taylor's behind them at 4 under par. Past champion Patrick Cantlay is 1 under through 6 holes, putting him in a tie for 6th at 3 under for the tournament, along with Sam Birds and Justin Rose. 2-time defending champion Scotty Scheffler is even through the first 4 holes of his second round. This Memorial Tournament leaderboard update is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Tee off towards a more personal banking experience at BMI Federal Credit Union. Your CBUS Top Picks Best Credit Union for 8 years in a row. Visit BMIFCU.org. We'll have another report in an hour here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Bishop & Friends is sponsored by Diamond Seller, your true jeweler for almost 80 years. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
You're listening to Bishop & Friends, live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
All right, we're efforting Mr. Lesmerises. Reese, have you seen the movie Snatch?
I have.
Do you enjoy it? Are you familiar enough with it that,
yes.
That if I give you a point of reference, okay. First of all, the kids should see it. I mean, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I think
it holds up.
Your eldest would be all right.
I think he'd love it. So there is a line in that. There's a bare knuckle boxing match, and there's this incredible character named Bricktop, and he fixed the fight, but the fight doesn't go the way that he fixed it. And as he's walking out, I can't say the word way that he describes the person, but this guy stops him. Hey, thanks for the tip, Bricktop. And Bricktop goes, stop me once I'm walking again, and I will cut your Blanken Jacobs off, is the line. That's what it's like walking around Dom at Muirfield. You cannot, and he never wears sunglasses. I always told him to. He makes, and this is why he is so. It's part of why he's so beloved. But when we would be like trying to get something done, like we got to be on the air, at 6:20 or whenever, and I'm like, we gotta go, and he would stop, over and over. You cannot go 10 paces with him here without getting stopped.
He was saying that he's got a noon hit, and it's 11:30. Like, good luck,
dude.
You're living dangerously if he's got a noon hit. You don't have him there a half hour before, or at least in the spot a half hour before, not moving towards that spot, in the spot.
I was thinking how many times he's done a noon hit from here, and it has to be in the thousands, I would say, and hundreds for sure. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking to myself, how could he just pull one that he did 10 years ago and just I think so. Exact same setup. Do the same one.
I mean, he looks great, so he might want to he might want to do it live now.
Yeah,
but
he asked me if I would do it with him, so I may go.
So
back.
You're on the air at noon.
Might do a little 10 TV hit, just bring all the feelings back, get back over there. So yeah, it's awesome. There's those type of things. And the other thing that the crossover, we were talking a little bit about the Buckeye football coaches and some of that.
Yeah.
The other crossover here is so many of these volunteers, and they're in the thousands. They're redcoats.
Mm-hmm.
So you see them. We would see him on Saturdays. We'd see him on Saturdays. We'd see him at Buckeye basketball, and you'd see him here.
Yep.
So they would all be a part of it as well. So this has been a spectacular 2 days out here weather-wise, and I know that it is. It's warming up certainly, but still perfect for now. And then looks like maybe tomorrow late afternoon we'll get into something.
Late. Don't worry about it. I'm not saying that because I'm going to be out here, but worry about rain late.
We didn't get a chance to do what we learned this week.
We did.
I guess we did.
We did.
I guess you just got a different version of it. The one thing that, just from a non-Muirfield thing, the idea that I do think that there is something positive. We touched on this at the end of the interview with Paul yesterday. I do think it's positive that Petiti and Sankey at least agree on this.
Yeah.
That this bill ain't going to be it, and now maybe they can get something done. Maybe.
It's got to happen with them, and the idea that they created this Protect College Sports Act without the two of them signing off on every single piece that was in that bill was already putting it behind the 8 ball. And with them talking, because they're saying bipartisan, with Senator Ted Cruz, who's one of the co-sponsors on it, them having a conversation this week, it does feel, and we had said this off the air, but I do wonder if they just sat Ted down and they're like, no, you shut up.
Yeah.
Here's how this goes. Yep. Because they feel the entire government way out of their depth when it comes to fixing the problems that are associated with college athletics. And so it's those two, because they're the most they are in the most powerful positions with the two most powerful conferences, because their football teams rake in all the money that is thrown all over the place. Nothing can be done without them saying, okay, that's a good idea. And so this thing being chock full of things that they're like, no, we don't agree with any of that, makes you think it's just another lame duck piece of legislation that will go nowhere, and then next year we can have another fun named act.
Yeah.
It was SCORE, it was SAFE, and now it's
a bunch of them.
Protect, Save.
College sports. Speaking of college sports, I was we were bouncing around before we turned on Meet the Parents last night, and I landed on the Women's College World Series. So it was Texas and Texas Tech, and Texas won the national championship last year. They beat Texas Tech last year. This year, same matchup,
Yep.
Texas Tech. Texas is the one. I think Texas Tech was an 11. The pitcher for Stanford was the $1 million pitcher.
Yeah.
So, or for Texas Tech.
For Texas
she started
Tech,
at
right.
Stanford, then she went to Texas Tech. She's a $1 million athlete. Najee Kennedy or something like that is. I think that's what the name was. Overwhelming, powerful pitcher. Jason Williams, the former NBA star.
Yep.
His daughter started at Florida, and she is at Texas Tech because of an NIL deal. And so I'm watching this play out. So Texas ends up winning it. They win the College World Series for the second straight time, and in the exact same fashion, they took care of Texas Tech at 2. And I was thinking about Patrick Mahomes was there, his wife was there, all of this.
Yeah.
Texas Tech really is the example of infinite funds, apparently, for all the sports. They landed Jerry Easter, who's an Ohio kid who played prep basketball in Indiana, but he's a 4-star, 5-star guard who, I don't know if Ohio State had room for him. He certainly didn't have the budget for it. They landed him. So that Cody Campbell and his buddies, with all of that landman oil money, like, they are just going as all in as you can in Texas Tech. And I was thinking about this in regard to, like, if there's a next round of expansion. Is that more important than anything?
Yes. And with what you have with Cody Campbell and Patrick Mahomes is you've got passion and love for the program that will never go away.
Absolutely.
Because we've referenced several times throughout the last 2 days Live Golf.
Yeah.
And the money that comes from the ground will never, at least not for a very long time, go
It'll be
away.
a while. Yeah.
And for Cody Campbell, that's the one thing he loves above everything else. So there will never be a time where he's like, nah, my return on investment's not quite this. It's always going to be for him. We're this close.
Yeah.
We're one pitcher away. We're one quarterback away.
Yeah.
We're one defensive lineman away. And so they're going to keep throwing money at this. And I do feel that if conferences get realigned again, the biggest fish will be the Red Raiders. And that's a wild thing to think 5 years ago.
Even just expand that a little bit, is it also SMU?
Well, you can throw in your ponies. You
is
can
it
throw
TCU?
in Houston.
Is it
those schools,
those Texas money schools,
and the markets
with those
associated
massive
with.
endowments and all of those funds? It's just a NIL. There's so many things that have changed so quickly, but like just think about where we've come to where the Big Ten took Rutgers and Maryland for the cable buy, and now 10 years later. You would look at Lubbock, you'd look at SMU, you'd look at TCU, you'd probably look at BYU. You would look at schools that have NIL that are organized in NIL. I did a hit. I was telling you off air. I did a hit in Atlanta this week for a buddy of mine, and he was kind of coming at me a little bit for like the Big Ten and like, oh, the SEC now. The Big Ten that thinks the SEC's got to bound out of them.
That conference and the people associated with it have been acting the exact same way that the Big Ten is in terms of flexing from a tribal standpoint.
Yeah, of course. And he goes
20 years.
He's a good buddy. Oh, it's great, Heath.
Okay, yeah.
We have on all the time.
Friend of the program.
Yeah, and he said, I don't think the SEC has to bow down to the Big Ten. I said, I don't think the Big Ten even thinks about that. I think that the difference is that the Big Ten was ready for this. They were organized for it. They had the funding for it. They have the money.
They had coaches who were willing to adapt with the times,
and they had the money. And that's something that a lot of those programs simply don't have. And I even told him, I go, there are schools up here that haven't even really put it into first gear yet, like Michigan State. If Michigan State ever decides that they want to be Texas
Tech,
Tech,
football school.
They got 3 billionaires who are dying, and 2 of them don't like each other, and they compete against each other. So all of those factors, it's just a very different landscape now way different than it was 10, let alone 5. And you're watching Texas Tech last night, and you think, God, Cody Campbell, how many hundred of millions he spent on NIL over the last couple of years, him and his buddies. They haven't won it, but, God, they're knocking on the door.
Yeah.
They are knocking on the door.
They're not going anywhere either.
No.
Even on football with the Sorsby thing, like that's a bump for them, a speed bump, minor.
They're going absolutely nowhere. 3 things on a Friday coming up next. Bishop and Friends right here on The Fan.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. Just freak the hell out of someone. The Fan.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon, CVS, Wegmans, or GNC. Whether you're repping the orange and brown or shouting Hoo Day, the ultimate football pilgrimage is closer than you think. Ditch the living room, get the family on the road, and make the short drive to greatness and visit the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. From the backyard to the gridiron, it's the one place where every fan comes together to create new family memories. Make it a weekend to remember and see why Ohio truly is the heart of football. Visit ProFootballHOF.com and plan your visit today.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Bring your landscape back to life with an unbeatable deal from Ohio Mulch. 5 bags of premium mulch for just $10. You choose from absolute black, brown, or red to make your flowers pop and your curb appeal shine. Whether you're refreshing flower beds or finishing up that weekend project, Ohio Mulch, they have everything you need to make it look like a pro did it.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, greener, greener, better.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Here's a look at what's going on around the ballpark with your Cincinnati Reds. The club's back in town through Wednesday, June 3rd. After the weekend with the Braves, it'll be the Kansas City Royals for 3. Join us on Tuesday for our next Budweiser 321 Tuesday, with fans being able to purchase $3 select 12-ounce beers, $2 Bar S hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. It's also a family discount day thanks to Klosterman Bakery. Families can save by purchasing up to 3 half-price tickets with the purchase of a full-price ticket. On Wednesday, the Reds wrap up the homestand with a Senior Day presented by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Fans 50 and older may purchase select non-premium tickets at half price in advance of game day. Visit Reds.com/senior. Looking ahead, we'll have a drone light show added to our post-game fireworks on June 12th, and on Saturday the 13th, fans in attendance will receive an Andrew Abbott City Connect bobblehead presented by St. Elizabeth Healthcare while supplies last. That's a look at what's going on around the ballpark with your Cincinnati Reds.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers. Through CPR education and access to AEDs. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
After my accident, people warned me to slow down. I said, I don't know how. Thanks to my VA care team, I haven't.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov/PSA.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Sleep Better Columbus can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
I take care of the kids, my dad, things at work, but I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression. Go to mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Sleep Better Columbus has been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results and now has an office open in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, Sleep better, live better.
Join our resident gambling degenerates, Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money, Sunday mornings at 9.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Good morning, friends. You're listening to a special edition of Bishop and Friends, live from the Memorial.
Presented by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain Heating and Cooling, and sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
All right, round 2 underway at Jack's Place. If you're on your way out, little breezy, which is nice. I mean, actually, it's more than a little breezy out there. Look at that, Reese. Look at those flags. It's really whipping. So there's going to be a very interesting afternoon out here, and the weather really helps. We had Dave Shedlowski on at 10 o'clock, and one of the guys he mentioned was Wyndham Clark. So if you're on your way out, Wyndham goes off at 1:05. He goes off with J.J. Spahn, U.S. Open winner from a year ago. Then Justin Rose, Ricky Fowler at 1:15. Cam Young, Tommy Fleetwood at 1:25. Then Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas at 1:35.
And Gerard's been
really
pretty steady this morning, so he just birdied 14, and he's 3 under on the day. He's 8 under for the weekend, so he's 3 up on that group you just mentioned.
But what you just said, I mean, when we first came on the air in the 9 o'clock hour, it was shortly thereafter. He was 8 under then.
Yep.
So he hasn't.
It's just been steady.
He just has kept it there, and I do wonder. I had thought maybe it would be 10. It might be 9. 9 might be the top of the board by the time we get to the end of the day today. What do we have in the poll today?
All right, so I had challenged earlier this week the Daily Fan Poll presenter to do a better job, and it's sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub. We did not have a Daily Fan Poll today, so I'm going to post one here in a moment. What is your favorite golf course beverage? Water, transfusion, beer, Paloma.
Ooh, that
Hey,
have we posted that yet? Because we did the taste
That's
test.
posted. So at 971 BFS right now is Bo trying all 5
signatures
officially endorsed Muirfield cocktails.
I had normally I was a little fearful of the last one, which was like a strawberry bourbon thing, and I was worried it would be too sweet. But it's pretty nice.
It was perfect.
It was really nice. They did a good job on all of them. And then I was initially worried about the one that was blue because I'm like, what is in that?
The Water Hazard.
And then they said that it was Powerade. Okay. So you get a little hydration.
Has the electrolytes.
And that's the thing you got to be careful about here, kids. As our old friend Ron White says, nobody wants to be drunk in public. Keep that in mind. Hydrate. Time for 3 things on a Friday.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3 things.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. For all your roofing, gutter, or siding needs, call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, number 1 for me. I mentioned this earlier. Meet the Parents it still holds up, man. Beamsy was dying watching this thing last night. It holds up. And honestly, not much to worry about with a 12-year-old. There wasn't anything that was too dicey. Like, it was, I hadn't seen it in forever. It was spectacularly funny again. He loved it, and you avoided any sort of things that I had to, like, breeze through. So, couldn't endorse that enough. 12-year-olds. I don't know about Bootsy, but 12-year-olds, I think you could lock that one in. It's on Netflix. Enjoy.
First thing for me, we ran into esteemed filmmaker, The Basement Doctor.
That's right.
This morning, and I was wondering, with Live Golf asking for $250 million, could they contact
they might
our friend, The Basement Doctor, to see if he will fund a golf league that will be defunct? What, about a couple months?
Oh boy, do they get a second year out of him? I don't think they're getting $250 million from anybody. Yeah.
First thing for me, fellers, Victor Wembanyama's agent recently came out and said he's been turning down marketing deals in the millions from beverage companies before he even made it to the NBA. He said they all want it, but Victor will never sell soda because he doesn't want to kill the kids. Good for Victor, number 1. I'm not a pop drinker, but I do love me some pop. But I wish there was more of these deals that were made public because I would love to hear all the different PR agencies pushing their brand on some of these all-stars and just to see what some of the funnier ones would be.
Yeah, it's like anything. Like, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to put your name on? The crazy thing now about pop, I mean, there's so many of those probiotic sodas out there that a lot of them are pretty good alternatives if you want low sugar or no sugar, those type of things, you can certainly get it. Number 2 for me, I learned something today, and that is that our great friend Jen Winters grew up a diehard Braves fan. So
the picture's incredible.
The picture's incredible.
Of Jen and her Braves gear.
Was that because it had to be because of Turner, right? Was it because the games were available? Aunt and uncle had season tickets. Okay, and so you'd go. So you'd go down and see Braves. And then, of course, because of Turner, TBS, you could watch it. So Skip Carey and all those guys, those are your guys. Pete Van Weir and all those guys. So Kent Merker walked by. Jen thought she saw Elvis. I had no idea that there was that connection. Like, Kent would tell you stories about those pitching staffs all day long. So that was really cool. That was very cool.
Did you ever figure out what was in the box?
I think it's a club. I think he said it was Justin Rose's club that he was shipping because he said Rosie.
Okay.
And I saw Justin Rose. So I think it was. I don't think we're dealing with a 7 situation.
Okay.
What's in the box?
I wouldn't go that far.
Box?
Just curious.
Yeah.
Second thing for me, now that you, that last thing with Jen right there, maybe we do a roaming mic. We'll workshop this, right?
Workshop a roaming
Where
mic.
if we have the ability to, someone has come up. Isaiah, I was kind of thinking the same thing, but it just popped into my mind.
Like a good idea.
Figured we'd workshop it live on the air, but you would have the choice.
Yeah.
So the blame, I guess, or the credit would go to you, whoever is hosting.
Yeah. Not bad.
For next year.
Maybe. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Oh, they're the 10 TV folks right there. There they are, Nicole and Adam. It's interesting. Adam had a better pageant wave than Nicole.
That
You see
tracks.
Does that track, Isaiah?
I think
better
that tracks.
pageant wave. Yeah.
Last thing for me here, fellers. We've got Rothman and Ice coming up here in a little bit. Stay out at the Memorial all weekend long. It'll be lots of fun. We've got coverage throughout the whole weekend. Tomorrow we're going to see Reese out there. The Sunday show's out there on Sunday. So lots of fun stuff to come.
Third thing for me, it's a warm blanket, man. Not that you need one in the summer, but there is something about being here this week and being at Jack's Place and seeing all the familiar friends and faces, be the volunteers, guys like Dan and Tom who do such a great job with all of us here at the Fan. It's kind of the one thing that we all do together. And all year throughout the year, and I look forward to it. I never take it for granted. So everybody who stopped by, everybody who listens, all the great folks out here, thank you. It's awesome to be
I'll
back.
piggyback that. So Isaiah said that I'll be out here. Jeff Thidoff will be joining me for the Saturday Spectacular tomorrow from 10 to 1:45. But my third thing is I want to thank also all of the volunteers that make the Memorial Tournament, the thousands of volunteers that make this the special event that it is. You could not be doing this without them. So you're volunteering out here this week. Thanks so much for your service.
And arguably the greatest sports information director
This
in
is
the
what
history
you
of
need a
collegiate
microphone
athletics,
for.
the great Jerry Emick. God, you look great.
Good to see ya.
You look spectacular. How do you beat that, Isaiah? You're not beating that.
There's no beating that. Maybe we do need a roaming mic. It'll just make for a busy morning.
Not necessarily
for me.
roaming, but we'll think of a better word.
A lot of dump
we'll get
button
it
for me.
And we'll get it sponsored.
And a dump button for sure. All right.
30 seconds.
Tune in. We're here all day long. I see AR and the fellows are ready to go.
Scotty
You're
Vegas
back
with him.
tomorrow. Enjoy your Memorial Friday. Bishop and Friends right here on the Fan.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio Sports.